water, hit that blue grave. Heard your voice in Memphis, how my oldest got his name. Hey, Father, take me back. Psalms 1 in the morning, meditating fast. How you don't know what you driving, but got something fast. See my brother's life change when that whip crash. I got whiplash, where the spirit got my head turning. Time to pick trash. If I wanna serve, I Jesus serve him. It's a flash when he coming back. What's your purpose?
Welcome in. Happy Tuesday.
Rain on me. Rain on me, Lord, help me grow. Rain on me.
What it do?
Clean my spirit, feed my soul. Rain on me. Rain on me, Lord, help me grow. Rain on me. Clean my spirit, feed my soul.
Rain on me like you did in the past. And you making it last.
All right.
With you out living on glass.
How's everyone doing?
No going back. I never thought I'd make it up.
Welcome in. Great to see y'all.
Like, what is we talking about? Chilling with God and he working it out. Do for you, I can't do for clout. The message stressing me out. Like what? I know we lit, we up. Following God, I'm making it out. Rain on me.
All right, let's do it. Welcome in. The gamer in the building. Arrow Sassy in the house. What up, Price Action? Kev. Dean. It's Cheddar time, baby. It's Cheddar time. What up, Trey Young? Only Bands. How we feeling? Welcome in, everyone. Lopez in the house. What's up, Q? What up, Katie? Alright, Vivian Young in the house. Callahan in the building. What up, NK? Alright, let's do it. Welcome in. Great to see y'all. Great to see you guys. How's it going? Everybody doing good? Great to see y'all. Oh, okay, there it is. All right, little freeze action going on here. There we go. Perfect. We're back to business. Jay Coop in the building. There he is. What up, Valerio? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Noobs in the house. Alpha Seti in the building. All right, let's get it. What up, Chief? All right, let's go. What up, Ken? Ken Mo in the house. What up, Ken Mo? What's up, Vicky? Yeet. All right, let's do this. Mr. Playbook is here. Mr. Playbook is here. I'm here. Anywhere Mr. Playbook's at, that's where I want to be. What up, Wokey? Good to see you, brother. Rashid, what's goody? How we feeling? What's up, Ken Hard? DJ Scratchers in the building. All right. Well, welcome in. The OGH is here. What's goody? W. Maychuck. Maychuck in the house. We're gonna call him Maychuck. Yeah, what up, Stephen B? Stephen B in the building. All the OGs are here. What up, Muhammad? Good to see you, brother. Serge in the house. What's up, Serge? What up, Jonathan? All right, I think we're good. Well, let's go ahead and share some gratitude here together. Let's say a quick prayer to bless this session up, and then we will begin. All right, y'all ready to go? Let's do this. Let's do it. Father God, we thank you for another New York session, Lord. I thank you for using me. I thank you for continuing to speak through me, Lord, to use me as an instrument to go out and impact and inspire the hearts and minds around the world. We thank you for the work that you're doing. We thank you for all the success that's taken place, and we just give you the glory for each and every season of the journey, Lord. We thank you. We pray that you would continue to shine a light on our path as we walk it, and we give you the glory in Jesus' name. Amen. Let's do it. Let's do this. Welcome in. Today is the 12th day of May. So moving along here in May, almost midway through at this point, and it's looking pretty good. You know, markets have been a little slow, a little choppy, a little rally, depending on which day you're looking at. But ultimately, we've been putting some green on the board and moving along here, right? Moving along. It's okay to have red days, sometimes red weeks, sometimes red months. And if you're going through a red day, week, or month at the moment, you got to realize that is all part of the process. You know, I mean, it's all part of the system. You can't win them all. You can't win every trade and win every week and every month, right? There's going to be some times where you're just going to take some losses, and that's it's part of the game. So when you review those trades, just make sure that it's not your system that is messing up, but maybe you messed up the system. Yeah, and that's typically what happens. A lot of times we go on these little losing streaks or something, and all of a sudden we think something's wrong with the technicals or something's wrong with your system, but really it's just us deviating from it. So if you're in that season now, rest assured, get back on track. And for those of you guys that are continuing to dominate and win, let's continue putting one foot in front of the other here and keep marching. So today is the 12th. We do have CPI coming out here today. That should drop in. I think it should have came out already about 5 minutes ago. So this here 8:30 news here today. Yeah, it looks like we did come out with green numbers on the yearly, green numbers on the monthly as well. So yeah, we'll see how that starts to move gold around. But that is pretty much it. We've got another red folder, but it's tentative. So it may or may not happen here. But all in all, that's pretty much it for our session. 1 p.m. I'll be long gone on the golf course at that point, so I'm not concerned with any of this news, but it's just yellow folder stuff anyway. So the big thing here is CPI. It's already beyond us or past us, and now we can start playing the price action as this news gets absorbed into the market here. So why don't we actually move over to the price action? Let's do a fresh top-down analysis. If you guys can, give the stream a like, sub to the channel, and let's get to a breakdown. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Let me log in here. I got some issues going on with Top Step right now. I don't know what those issues are, but we're gonna figure them out as the day goes on here. So let's do a fresh top-down analysis. This was some of the sells that we took last night in Asian session, still on the board here. Just clean. It wasn't off the 1 hour. It was off the 30 and the 15 minute. We'll talk about this trade in just a little bit. But did you guys like the stream yet? Just wanted to give you a sec. Just wanted to give you a sec. All right, let's get to this breakdown. Let's go over to the daily here and let's run it. How's the music? Let me know. I think the music could be a little loud, so just let me know. Make it lower. Lower, lower. Let's get it lower. How low can you go? All right, how's that? Perfect. Okay, cool. All right, so let's get into it here then. Let's talk about gold. We'll move over to NQ here as well, and let's see what we can come up with here today. So Goldie. So this is the daily time frame. It looks like we did end up closing bullish there yesterday. So price did turn around. We ended up moving bullish throughout the day yesterday. And, you know, we kind of got this little support here. We're running into this resistance now. We really haven't had any sort of closure, right, in terms of direction, right? This previous daily candle closed bullish, but it closed within the range, right? So nasty closure inside the range. Above there is pretty clean traffic. Below there is pretty clean traffic. But where we currently are, I would basically, if this was a 30-minute time frame, I would say, hey, this is a no trade range, and the ranges look really good above, right? Nice clean traffic, wicks to fill, and the ranges look really good below here. So ideally, we would love to get back in one of these green ranges. You know, at some point, I'd say, you know, within the week or into next week. So daily a little rangy now. We are bullish. We did break the lows on yesterday's candle. Well, we never did close above this resistance to the left. So just be careful here. We broke the highs, and, you know, now we are starting to storm back down. So if we can close back below this this zone here, right, and back into this green range here today, tomorrow should set up some very, very nice selling opportunities. So we'll see about all that. Let's continue to focus on the day at our right here. So let's move over to the 4-hour chart, and let's see what we can come up with here on the 4 hour. So 4-hour time frame has been moving down. So we took sells up here yesterday, anticipating the 4-hour candle would come back below the range, close bearish, and then possibly continue down. So that's pretty much exactly what happened. You did get this closure right here. No top wick on this guy, but we did end up melting down. So we are starting to come into a little bit of support now on the 4-hour. As you can see, the last two candles have tapped into that zone there. Both of them have rejected, right? So there's no top wick on that previous 4-hour candle. Maybe we can come up and give that candle a high and then continue moving down, as there is a lot more range to fill here, right, on the 4-hour chart. So we'll have to see, are the candles going to play this zone right here, begin to reject out and move back up, or are we going to be able to kind of, you know, break those lows again and start to cruise down into that support, right? Let's take a look at the 1 hour. We want to see how this news really came out. So 1 hour time frame's got resistance at 47.10. You've got little resistance here at 47.47, right? And then you see this fake out. So a little bit of a fake out happened right here as you know, price closed below the range. filled the wick, right, and then pop back up here. So another closure back above the zone. You got 19 minutes left on this hourly candle. Let's take a look at that 30-minute. 30-minute is consolidating quite a bit. I think we can rearrange these zones here. So we can put our support here at 4701 or 4701, and we could put our resistance here at 4715, and this is pretty much our 30-minute range at the moment, right? Let's take a look at that 15-minute. 15 minutes got pretty clean traffic moving up towards like 4731, and then we got nice clean range moving down into like 4676. So if the sells can play out today, yeah, those are going to be amazing. So we'll see what happens. Let's hang tight. Probably going to just hang tight here on the 30-minute. For now, it's 8:41. We'll let 1 hour, 30, 15-minute candles close. We'll probably get some direction at that point, and then we can go from there. All right, so that's pretty much it. No trade range here at the moment. All right, CPI kind of dump it into the market, see how that gets absorbed. Anything below there, though, look at all this clean traffic to the left. Just looks perfect for price to come down. And then anything above, I'd say, you know, into that wick fill, you got some clean range, right? Again, there's no top wick here. And if that 4-hour time frame does want to turn around here and create support, then I think the buys are going to be much more valid as we move into that next 4-hour candle where we've established the bullish direction. So that is pretty much, yeah, that's pretty much it. If we're going to take the buys, it's probably going to, you know, have to be above this 47.15 area, and then the sells got to be below 47.01 today. So that is it, my friends. Pretty simple trading day ahead of us. The sells look clean. Let's see if we can maybe get a move down there, but looks like that 4-hour time frame may want to turn around here, may want to turn around and create support. So we'll be here, right? We're with it all, so we'll be here for it, and whatever happens, we'll adjust our direction according to that 4-hour. All right. Cool, perfect. Yeah, all right, let's get it. Positive mind, how you feeling? How you feeling? What's up, NK? What's good? Why not on the 15? Just because I'm going to wait on all the closures now. So just to kind of have it looking all clean, I'll keep it on the 30. And then once that 1-hour candle closes, we could probably do another little fresh adjustment here. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Not as much noise on the 15. Yes, sir. The big M is here. Let's go. How we feeling? Welcome in. Welcome. What up, Baddie Life? All right, cool. So that's that'll be gold. Let's take a look at NQ here today. Let's see what's going on. Whoa, we got some movement down. Down boy. All right, let's see what we got going on here. So we're gonna need some sort of a pullback on the daily, right, at some point. But all in all, we have been moving bullish. We are starting to break the lows here, and I don't know. I just can't take any of these bearish candles that serious yet. But 4-hour candle is moving down, so these are our all-time highs sitting up here. We did close below that support. This has actually been a nice move here on NQ on the 4-hour time frame. We've had resistance, clean closure below, celery play, break of the lows, kind of came down, and we'll see what happens now, right? We're starting to reject here, probably off of that CPI news. So let's drive down to the 1 hour. Still pretty bearish, right, for the most part here on NQ. I mean, unless you yeah, wow, what did I just say? Still pretty bearish on NQ on the 4-hour. Anything below that support level there. Not that we can't come up, but yeah, this is probably going to indicate that we'll move down from here if we stay below there. So let's see, though, because the 1 hour is starting to make its way up. You broke the lows there with CPI. We're starting to come back up. 30-minute time frame shooting back up here as well. So, yeah, those sells might be done if you get a closure back above this 246 area. So that's pretty much what I'll look for. And then potential sells now below these new support levels, probably on the 15-minute time frame here. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, NQ, tough, right? A lot of chop to the left here for the buys, although it looks very bullish. We'll see what happens as CPI settles down here and chills out for a little bit. But yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on NQ at the moment. Wait for the hourly closure. If that hour candle closes above, very high chance over the next 60 minutes, you'll move and fill that range here. So yeah, that's pretty much it. A lot of news, a lot of stuff going on that's pushing price around a little bit here this month. So Just got to roll with it, baby. You just got to roll with it. All right. Wait, is it still a little loud? I think it should be good music. I could barely hear it, so I think it's good. Let me know, though. If it's a problem, let me know. During volatility, should we... Oh, where'd that go? Should we always prefer and look for confirmations on the higher time frame? No, actually. I mean, the 15-minute, when things are getting very volatile and you got direction already, that's where you actually want to go down to the 15-minute, wait for opportunities there. If you can, if a 15 and a 30 both kind of line up together, even better. But usually the more volume in the market, the more likely you'll find me looking for executions on the 15-minute time frames. Yeah. Iris is here. Let's go. Let's go. Yo, what's goody? What's good? All right, so that's pretty much it. Let's head back to gold here, and let's wait for our opportunities. Price starting to move back up here, so let's see how the 30-minute, 1 hour, all those closures happen, and then we'll go from there. The Riz is here. You ready to Riz these markets or what? You ready to Riz them? Let's Riz them, brother. Good morning, Zach. How are you, man? Do I actively trade NQ, or are you in a testing phase? A little bit more of a testing phase. Yeah. Asian session trade. Yeah, it was pretty simple for the most part. You had this daily, or I'm sorry, you had this 4-hour candle that at the when we were in Asian, right, at the moment, let me just grab these tools here. At the moment, right, this current candle looked like this. It also had no bottom wick on it, right? So candle had no bottom wick. The way we were looking at it was you have not closed above the range yet, right? So the basically like you had this, kind of range on the 4-hour where price was way up here. No closure had ever happened yet, right? So no candle here has closed above the range. This one was still actively open. There was also no bottom wick on that current 4-hour candle as well. So same deal was happening with the 1 hour. 1 hour also, just doesn't really have, I'm sorry, not the 1 hour, the daily doesn't have much of a lower wick, also doesn't close below the range or above the range. So anticipating like some counter trend trade, some sort of rejections off the highs there. So we waited for some 15-minute, 30-minute confirmations here. You got a 30-minute resistance, 15-minute candle also closed below. We were using this range over here. So we're using that range right there. We looked at this 15-minute candle. We see, okay, cool. You know what? We broke the highs. We came back down, broke the lows, closed below the range. We waited for that candle to give us a top wick. We wanted to see a better top wick. So what we did was, because we didn't get that, or at least I did, only risked half. So I didn't risk full like A+. I risked half my size, and then broke the lows there. We went back into where was our entry? Yeah, actually our entry was up here. Yeah, I'm sorry. Our entry was sitting like right there. And then we went, kind of went into profit, came back into drawdown slightly for a brief moment, and then this candle did the trick. So ended up closing partials at the wick fill, and then most of my position, somewhere right around a little bit before this support there, a little minor level there. But man, we ended up melting. Holy, wow, yeah, it was a good trade. Happened quick in the session. We actually, for the first time in a while, ran a pip and dip in Asian session. So it was beautiful. It was a beautiful moment. We've been staying till like 10, 10:15, 10:30, just hoping for a buzzer beater. So it felt nice to get out, in front of the session yesterday and get a good trade off. How do you decide whether to base your trade or observe it on the 15 or 30? Just trying to understand what makes you come to that decision. Experience, number one, right? That's probably the biggest thing. But also sometimes, like, let's say the 15-minute has no bottom wick here, right? So the 15's, let's just pretend that this 15 is going to close on its own. It's not going to close with the 30 minute. So let's say now that the 15-minute candle closes and it closes above the range, but it's got no lower wick. So anytime I don't like something, I will wait for the higher time frame to close, right? So let's say I don't like this. So I'm like, all right, you know what? Instead of entering off the 15, because it has no lower wick, I think that the next 15-minute can possibly come down and get, give those lows. And I don't want to get tapped into the trade off the 15-minute and then now be stuck in drawdown. So what I'll do is I'll wait for that next 15-minute candle to close, aka the 30-minute candle to close, and now I'll have information. So the information that I'll have is, number one, something like this, and then I'll say, okay, the buys are off, right? Okay, now buys are off. Glad I waited for the 30. I would have got tapped in. No more buys until we can get a closure above. That would be one thing, right? The other would be something like price ends up closing back above the range. So that means that the next 15-minute went down, right? Maybe gave that candle a lower wick and then closed here. And now I'm looking at a beautiful 30-minute closure that looks something like that, right? So it's either the 30-minute candle will close like this if you have that price action. The previous one that I drew where candle closed back in the range, you'll have a 30-minute candle that closed like that, right? So you don't want to be in a buy when the 30-minute candle closed like that after you entered off the 15 up here, right? So those are really the two scenarios, and the other scenario is simply you just missed the move, right? So by the time the candle closes, price already did its thing. So either way, you have more information, right? And I could live with this type of information, right? I'm not going to revenge trade or anything like that if this just happens to go without me, right? So it's really about making sure that the setup above it is also lining up, so that way you have like that full confirmation on, okay, this is a 15 breakout, 30 breakout, 4-hour bullish. Now we can get going on this trade. So usually that's it. And then sometimes just a little experience goes into stuff like that, little nuances like that. You tend to just kind of develop a little bit more of a feel for it than anything. Oh snap, yeah. Hey, oh snap. How difficult it could be to be the first person to like it. Has anyone ever been the first person to like the stream? Not an easy task. Not an easy task by any means. Yeah, friendly reminder, if you guys haven't liked the stream yet, give the stream a like. New combines? Yeah, I don't know what happened. All of my XFAs are gone. So last night something weird happened and I have 0 emails from them. There was 5 XFAs that are no longer there. I attempted to buy all of a sudden last night my whole Top Step account was completely frozen for probably 2 hours. I tried to purchase another combine and they allowed me to do it no problem. So I'm not sure what the deal is, but I'm waiting to hear back from them. I made a support ticket. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if this is like some weird thing where they move you to live or I don't know. So yeah, I'm just going to trade these for the day and we'll see what happens when they email me back. Yeah, strange. Extremely strange. What am I trading? I'm trading gold. You guys want me to put the watermark on? There you go. There you go. 15-minute time frame. Get out the way. Get out the way. This is gold. Yeah, gold. Does it mean that the 15 and 30 must align? It doesn't mean that they must align. But it's better that they do. It's better that they do. Yeah, 'cause sometimes you have other confluences outside of it that help, but at the same time you want as many confluences and confirmations on your side as possible. Yeah, where most people tend to look at an account and be like, what can I do with this? How much can I make with this? And I look at it a little bit different. Maybe not necessarily the funded accounts, but the live accounts. Like most people look into them like, oh, how much can I make off this? And I'm thinking more so, how can I protect this? right? So there's a big difference a lot of times with trader A and trader B, where trader A has an account and he goes, okay, you know what? I got 10 grand here. I got 50 grand here. I got 100 grand here. How can I protect this, right? While compounding it. Where trader B, a lot of times, go, ooh, I got 10 grand. Let's see how much money I can make off this. What's the biggest lot size I can take out? You know, who's ever been there? What's the biggest lot size I could take out with this size account, right? And it's like, you see that there's two totally different mindsets, totally different thought processes, and totally different business approaches there. So, you know, once you start thinking along the lines of, you know, how can I steward this money the best, right? How can I treat this account the best? Then you really start to take better trades at that time, and you don't do all that silly, you know, stuff in between the good trades, right? It's like good trades will come, but what will you do in between that time is what makes a big difference. Yeah. Yeah, top beep. Yep. Yeah, most people are saying it's probably a switch over to the live. So I'm assuming that's what it is. So I don't know. I would have liked to maybe get an email about that, but nothing has come in yet. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, OGH. Got him. Ah, that could be true. Yeah, that could be true, bro. Those are pretty long-lasting accounts too. That actually makes sense from like a prop firm standpoint. I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted. Yeah, I mean, I've made a lot of money with Top Step, but I'll be honest, I haven't had the greatest experience with them overall. Right? I mean, the most important part is that they paid in a decent amount of time, but I mean, they're just such a struggle to get a hold of. If anything happens, it's, you know, you have to borderline harass them, right? To basically help you out. So my experience, the money's been great, obviously, but my experience overall has not been too good with Top Step over the 2 years or so that we've been using them. What's up, Johnny Gems? I just like their Project X. If they didn't have Project X, I would have left them 2 years, probably at least a year ago.
Yo, my man. What's poppin', brother? Mr. Top G.
Hey, how are you?
How you doing?
What's goody? What's
Great
goody?
to see you, bro. Happy
Performance
Tuesday.
Day, baby.
Performance Day. Let's get it. I'm ready to go, man.
How you feeling?
Let's have a blessed. I'm feeling amazing, bro. Blessed and highly favored. Ready to be patient and disciplined to the plan. Yes, sir. You know it.
Let's get it.
Ready to have an amazing day. How you too?
Incredible, brother. Incredible.
Let's get it, man.
Yes, sir.
Let's get it. CPI day. CPI didn't really do much, it looks like. Just kind of.
Yeah.
Just in this range. Yeah. Cool. Well, I like it. Wait for candles to get out of this range. Then we'll catch some pips.
Yes, sir.
What's good, chat?
We'll see. They might be moving me to live on Top Step. We'll see what happens.
Dude, I heard that. That's so weird, bro.
Kind of feels weird trading a combine.
Yeah, right.
If they were gonna move me to live, then they probably wouldn't they not let you buy a combine though?
Yeah.
I like how they took all my accounts, but they allowed me to spend more money. That's crazy.
Exactly, bro. I know. I don't know how I don't really like Top Step either.
Yeah. Bro, what is good with
I feel like they would email you if you were going to live.
Yeah, man.
You said
no emails, nothing. Bro, what's up with CPI, man? Like, I promise you, back in the day, it used to be like, boom, bang. Like, I don't know what has happened to these red folder news events here over this past, like, 12 months. It just has not been the same at all. All right, so we do get a 30 closure. 1 hour closures are still remaining above that support there. So the issue is your 4 hours bearish right at the moment. So It's pretty interesting, right? What we can do here is we can take we can look for opportunities based off the 1 minute. I'm sorry, the 1 hour. But I think personally we need to wait for the closure above 17 here. 47.15. I'm sorry, 47.15 here, especially on a 15-minute time frame, right? If we can get like maybe a little push down, even a bearish closure would be ideal, and then either start to break the highs or close above, right? Set us up for 930. Something like this would be excellent. So possible 930 opportunities. The only reason I would even do this is because the 1 hour has still closed above the range, but we need a little support to protect us here, right? Especially when we're going against that 4 hour candle and then a closure above 47.15, and I think we can start seeing potentials for that wick fill up there. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'll be waiting on.
Yeah, I like that a lot, man. Basically get that like counter trend confirmation, you know, that range 2 kind of concept there.
Yep. The yo-yo markets. Welcome to the yo-yo markets. Asian session breakdown. Sniped Asian session here. So waited for that 15-minute closure. Took some sells on the break of these lows here to come down into the bottom of the range. I think our full TP was somewhere around here is what we marked off, but ended up taking pretty much all of it right there. Yeah, so clean move. Nice. Entry was around like 71, 47.71, and then wick fill, 80% closure, and then full closure down here at right a little bit above 47.60.
Yeah, great Asian session last night, man. Beauty trade.
Yeah, really nice. Asian sesh. How about London? Did I see you guys caught a trade in London?
Yeah, I wasn't in London sesh. I didn't hear my alarms, so yeah, I wasn't in there.
Nice, guys. How was that trade in London? Tradeify? Yeah, I've looked into Tradeify. Yep. Yeah. If any of you guys, by the way, if any of you guys use Tradeify, we have a TTE discount code. So you can use TTE with Tradeify, Top One Futures, and I think there was another one, Apex, and I think one more. Yeah, so if you're using any of those firms, you can use the TTE as a discount code. Do I only trade futures on my live account? Yeah, I just trade futures. I was thinking about trying another broker as well. But it's more of like a forex broker, so you'll be trading more like XAU USD on there. But yeah, I just use Tradeovate. Tradeovate's the broker that I use for my live account. They're pretty good. They're probably like the standard broker to use here in the US. So them, I think they were bought by Ninja Trader recently too. So you kind of got like it's Ninja Trader Tradeovate in one. So yeah, I think it's a pretty good broker. I haven't had much issues. Deposits are clean, withdrawals are clean, spread is good, slippage is good for the most part. Here and there, very, very rarely do I see like a massive slippage on my Tradeovate account. So I think it's a good broker. Yeah.
Yeah, same. Me too. I think it's probably the best one out there, to be honest. Like at least in the futures game.
Yeah, I have a few like forex like to trade like XAU USD and all that stuff that I like. One of them I can't use because I'm not basically because I'm a U.S. resident. But there's some other ones that I have friends that use them and do pretty well. They were telling me about the spreads on gold, and I think they're like maybe 2 pips or something like that, 1 or 2 pips. So maybe I'll look into another broker as well, some sort of like broker where we could trade XAU USD, and then we could still trade NQ on there, and I believe we could still trade silver as well.
Yeah, that'd be great because we got a lot of forex traders too in the chat.
Yeah, believe it or not, there's still a lot of traders here that trade XAU USD.
Yeah, some of the day ones too, bro, because we started trading forex. Yep. So most chat members were trading forex as well with us.
Exactly. All right. I
Yeah,
want the
it'd be nice to
sells,
get
you
that.
all know. I don't really care for the buys as much. So let's see. We're coming back down now. We broke the highs on that previous candle. Never closed above the range, right? Coming back down now here on the 30. 1 hour starting to move back down here. Would be lovely if we can get a closure below 47.02, and then we can start looking for selling opportunities. Got clean range to the left. We got some volume coming in, 9:15, 9:30. So everything looking like it's going according to plan.
Looking good. Yeah, I like that.
I would love to get us a
Wow,
broker
back
where like we don't pay, like I don't know, maybe there's some way. And this is what helps about kind of having a community and having like a online presence is like maybe I can get us some sort of broker that, because with the futures, like no spread or anything like that, it's hard to get me back over, to having a spread and whatnot. So I don't know, maybe I'll try and see like how I can maybe negotiate a deal or like work on getting no spreads on gold for everyone who signs up with a TTE thing. I don't know. We'll try and figure it out along the way, but that would probably be, one of the only ways I'd do it. Like, what if they can help us out with like commissions and spreads? Yeah, because in
Like
futures
lower
you don't really
commissions,
have
yeah.
too much of that. You definitely do pay like a fee, like a commission fee in futures, but not really much of a spread. So if we can get like spreads and commissions, I know that's a lot to ask for, but one of them, then I think that would be pretty good.
Facts.
Trade Station, I've never used them. Yeah, I've never used those guys. Top Step, yeah, they're gonna open a broker too. Yeah, I seen that.
Beat.
Trading red folders on prop firms does not count as a winning trade. Probably not. Yeah, most companies probably wouldn't even. They'd be like, yo, at the point of entry, the market was too volatile for you to take a trade on our prop firm. Who knows what they'll say. But I never trade red folder news, even live account, prop firms. Yeah. Trade Station's pretty good. C Trader. Yeah, C Trader I think you can use on some of the forex brokers. Yeah, I mean I was using if you guys remember last year I was using Trade Locker. Trade Locker I thought was pretty clean for the most part, similar to Project X, maybe not as clean, but still pretty good. What up, Cole? Welcome in, brother. Welcome in. It's Plan G in the house. There he is. Or lower commissions. Yeah, lower commissions and lower spread. Personally, I would rather pay commission versus spread, because the way we trade, right? Like, let's say we want an entry right here, right? Well, if you got spread, you're going to actually get in more so like, let's say if it's 2-3 pips, right? You're going to get in right here. And then your entry is going to be up there as well. So it's like you're going to get in, right? Your entry was set for here, but you'll be in here. So that's the problem with spread. If like the way we trade, like the way I trade, the entry that I want is the entry that I want. You know what I mean? Like I don't want it sooner or later. So I'd rather pay more in commission to get no spread, right? Just based off the way we trade. If I was a swing trader and, I was just going to get in on any one of these candles right here and just like ride a Fibonacci or something all the way up or down, the spread thing wouldn't really matter to me as much, right? Because I'm just getting in somewhere in that zone. I would rather pay less in commission for my trades. But the way we trade and the way we kind of scalp and the way we look for precise and specific entries, I'd rather, pay a little bit more in commission to have almost like no spread.
And it does it on the stop loss too. It spreads you out on stop losses as well. If
Yeah, that too.
wherever your stop loss is at, it'll take you out before it even hits it.
Take you out. You stole that.
Yeah,
Real quick.
but
Copy trader. C trader. Copy trader. Will Top Steps broker give you rules and consistency? They better not. And then that defeats the point of it being a broker.
Yeah. That defeats the point of a live account.
Yeah. I don't think so. No. Sheesh, if they're gonna give me rules and consistency, then I'm gonna use their money, not mine.
Yeah.
Spread on Lucid is crazy. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Yeah, that's the only thing. When it comes to your profit, though, all of a sudden that spread just goes away. Like, oh, whoa, where did that go?
Yeah, right.
So now you got to get an extra pip. It flipped.
Right.
Limit orders, yeah. Limit orders could help too. Yeah, we have a partnership with Dominion Markets at the moment where I forgot what it was. I think I don't know if it was no commission or something like that on your trades, but yeah, we have some sort of partnership with Dominion Markets, but I don't know if you guys use Dominion Markets or not, but if you do, you can get like I think almost no commission on one of the accounts. So yeah, check it out. Yeah, the raw accounts. Yeah, those ones with no no spread. Those are the ones that I've always looked for when I traded XAU, USD, and all that. So yeah, those are good. Yeah, live is the way to go. I do agree. I mean, I've made more money on my live account, over the last 2 years than probably all of my funded accounts put together. So like it's definitely the vibe, but again, you got to be on your game as a trader, and you got to be in, position to trade your own money, right? You got to be responsible and mature, and any little slip up, you can give it all away. Give it all away, right, John? Like it's like you make one wrong move and you don't have a stop loss, and whole account can just go bye-bye. Adios. It doesn't matter if it's a 10K, 1K, 2K, 12K, a million, right? It can all go in one day if you're immature and irresponsible with your trading. So that's why I really do like the prop firms to guide newer traders for a least expensive cost, right, for training or whatnot. But once you really develop this skill, that's when it's time to jump onto a live account. And like we were saying yesterday, even if you just started with, let's say 500 to let's say $1,000, right, and then every single month you make money on that account, right? So you grow the account plus you add to it. Right, so you may say, Nick, $1,000, I'm not going to be able to make that much money right now, and you would be right. You're not going to be able to make that much money right now, but right now is the vocabulary of a short-term thinker, and we all know that short-term thinkers are brokies, right? So the long-term thinker, right, sets it up for next year and goes, you know what? You're right, man. If I put 1,000 in now, and I start growing it, right, with my profits, plus every 2 weeks I put $200 or $300 in it, right? You just never know. 1 year's time from now, right, 12 months from now, that $1,000 account with you compounding it in profits plus adding a little bit to it as an investment account, like that, I mean, that could be at $25,000 next year. Like, you'd be amazed at what you can do with some of these accounts. So, and then at $25,000, now you can make some money, right? Now you can really make some money and put some money in your pocket, make it, $500 to $1,000 a day. So, all right, 15-minute closures. Let's see how we do. We got 4 seconds here, so we're gonna need a decent top wick. If we don't get that, we'll have to wait on the 30, but it looks like we did close below 15-minute supports. Yeah, we did. So let's see if we can get a nice top wick. We got all this clean range to the left. We're gonna need that top wick though, and then I'll have a sell stop on the break of the lows here. If we just stall and don't do much, we just kind of move down and stay around, then I'll just wait on the 30 closure.
Yep. Also
9:30 as well. 9:30.
Yep.
Yeah, we also added a
Yes.
bunch of new stuff to the TradeSet journal. So if you guys aren't using TradeSet yet and you want to start tracking your live capital, we added a ton of stuff to the journal, so that way you can track everything and record it like as if it's a real business, because you know it is.
Facts, bro. And touch on what you were talking about too, like being a long-term thinker is so important because you can have a small account size currently right now, right? Let's say a 5K account size, right? I mean, it could be easy to get a little discouraged, right? Because of that, and be upset that you can't make as much money on that. But being that long-term thinker is not looking at that 5K account that you have right now, but thinking like, if everything goes well, if I can trade well, and if I can deposit some money here and there, right, in the next 5 years, I can have this account at 200K, 300K, right? And that's more encouraging and stuff, right? And that's why it's so important to be a long-term thinker, because it honestly, like, destroys your discouragement, honestly.
Yep.
When you know there's a hope to come, right, in the long run, by doing things that are gonna make you get there, you know. So that's what being a long-term thinker is all about. Also, delayed gratification as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with you so much too on what you were talking about before, on having the protective approach with your trading account, especially that live account, right, where you got your live money in there. You got to be willing to play defense just like you're going to be willing to play offense, but you got to have a more stronger desire, I think, for playing defense, because we know less is more in this game, right? I mean, playing defense is how you win championships and stuff. So defense is what takes you to the long run in this game, right? Offense can only get you so far, you know. Like, offense is great for the short term, but if the defense makes you last for the long term, and that's why you need to have a stronger desire to be more protective and follow your risk management rules rather than even just putting trades on, if that makes sense, right? And guess what? Playing defense and following those risk management rules is going to take you far in your offense as well, but it starts, I think, with having good defense, because the offense doesn't mean anything, right, if the defense is crap.
Well, yeah, that goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like, you know, I start an account, a live account, and I say, okay, how can I protect this capital here? Like, this is my baby, right? This is my capital. How can I protect it while compounding it? Where back in the day, I used to say, okay, here we go. How could I flip this? What can I get out of this? How much can I make off of this? What's the biggest lot size I can use on this? You see how my maturity shifted over the years, right? It went from how much money can I make on this to how long can I protect this and keep milking this thing like a cow, right? Can I do that over and over and over and over and over again by, you know, just taking little withdrawals here and there, and continuing to compound my wealth, right? So you see how there is a major mindset shift from when I was younger and first started trading and first started loading up accounts to now, right? Where it's much more, okay, I need to protect this capital. This capital here is what's going to provide the money that I want to live the lifestyle that I desire. So I need to protect this. I need to trade it well. If I'm going to size up, let it be reasonable, right? At least a reasonable size. Again, my biggest size typically is probably like 10% of my account, and protect it, you know, protect it at all costs. Don't do anything silly or stupid with it. So there's a big mindset shift, and I'm telling you, when you make that shift, that's where you start trading for the long term.
Facts, bro. Bam.
But at the same time, you know, the funded accounts are awesome, especially for new traders. You can learn for a very cheap price. You can actually make a lot of money too. Believe it or not, you can make a lot of money, especially when you have multiple prop firms linked up, and you're using copy traders and all that. You're using multiple prop firms. Like, there's a lot of money to be made. It's just, you know, at the same time, remember, it's Jake Paul boxing, right? And then you got real boxing. So just always keep in mind what game you're playing and play it well. Play it well.
Play it, bro. Yeah, prop firms are great.
Dun, dun, dun. Where will stops be? Stops will probably, it just depends here on the closure, but probably somewhere back above the range. Probably current 30-minute candle we'll have to use here today. But we should get a top wick on the 15. Yeah, here you go. Yeah, you should start getting a top wick on that 15-minute now, and we'll see how the candles close.
kind of like the 30 closure better because, you know, we still got 9:30 to come, and also like we haven't yet closed below those supports yet on the 30 minutes. So
Yeah, I agree.
like that. Gotta get strong confirmation.
9:30 it is. Yeah, you know, my guy. Yeah, you know, and that's the reason why we wanted to put this in the trade set journal, where you can start to track that money. Because I you know what I think the big problem is, no one tracks, right? So they don't really track how much money they spend on combines and combines and combines and combines, right? Because again, like when I work with some of these elite members, they start to realize a harsh reality, and that is that, dude, like, congrats on your 5K payout, but like, let's look into the money spent, and let's not get ourselves too confident and too over cocky as if we did something here, right? Because we look at the outgo, right, and you see that the outgo was 5,500. Right? So it's very deceiving, right? You spend all this money on prop firm accounts, thinking, you know, oh, I'm just going through them, and then you finally get a payout for $5,000, and then you realize I'm still down 500. Right? So this is why we, you know, really start working with traders and helping them treat this like a business, because you have to track all the money out, right, and all the money in. And then you'll start to know when you're profitable, right? And again, if you understand this, right, now you know, okay, I'm starting to get back in the green. Let me get another couple payouts here, right? Now if you get another 5K payout, okay, now you're doing something, right? And another 5K payout, all right, now you're starting to make some money. But the prop firms also deceive a lot of traders, because not many traders track the outgo, right? The money that gets put in. They only, you know, track the payout, right? So you got to be very, very careful with that, and that's why we put that section in the journal, right? So you can track your expenses, right? Your money spent on prop firms, and then your payouts, so you can really dial it in and know whether or not you're actually, you know, becoming or seeing profitability, or if it's just an illusion. So it's a big thing that most traders overlook, is they spend a lot more than they make, right? We all know anyone can make money, very few traders can keep it. You know, same deal goes. We all know that, like, you know, a lot of traders can get payouts, but how much went in, right? So, you know, I have guys where we have tracked it to the T, right? We have, in the elite program, we have T charts, right? Money invested, or money put in, and then money taken out, and we know exactly where we're at. We know exactly when we hit profitability, and we don't kid ourselves, right? There's no time to kid ourselves in the game. We need to know, hey, are we profitable or are we not? Are we caught up yet, or are we still working, right? And then, you know, you can move about your business from there. But yeah, bit of an illusion at times. Sorry to dampen the mood, everyone. My bad. Hey, look, the truth hurts.
I'm not gonna say anything.
The truth hurts, but in the end, it sets you free. I'm sorry. Some of y'all are going right now, counting 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Damn, I spent a lot of money on them combines.
Yeah.
It's painful. It is the truth at times. So I'd rather you know that, right? So you can start working towards, you know, understanding it from that perspective, versus continuing to, you know, think you're doing something that you're not.
Yes, so like we always say too, you gotta treat this thing like a business, right? Because then you're serious about it. I mean, because if you don't treat it like a business, then what is it? It's a hobby, right? It's a hobby, and what do hobbies usually tend to do, right? To us, they usually tend to make us spend money on it, right? So I mean, it's either a hobby or a business, right? And your choice that you make will factor that, which one it is for you.
Yeah. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but everyone's doing math now. Everyone, holy.
That's why, use TradeSet. I got my expenses tracked here, ready to freaking lock this business in.
Yo, come join the clubhouse. We'll get you right. Remember, my secret weapon is the mind. Trading, I teach you trading, technicals, setups, blah, 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 blah. But what I really teach you is the mind and how to use it and how to use it to your advantage. Yeah. Any tips on quitting vices such as vape and stuff like that? The vape thing, just specifically the vape thing, like I want you to realize that all the top G's, when they see somebody vaping, they look at it as if it's a little baby sucking on a pacifier, like a binky. It's like a grown-up binky, you know. So the real G's, you know, they're gonna look at that and be like, what's up with this guy? What's going on with this dude, right? But in all seriousness, like you gotta make a firm decision, right? You gotta say, I don't want to do this anymore, right? Get rid of anything that triggers any of the whatever it's called, anything that triggers you, right? So any empty vape things, any other vapes that you have, right? Hanging out with people who vape all the time, just start getting out of that, or start replacing it with different stuff, right? Start replacing it with working out, or especially things like in the mouth. I was reading a book one time. The guy was, teaching someone how to shift his identity, and he said, start chewing gum more, start using toothpicks, start having mints. He would say, he would say, hold a pen, right? Walk around with a pen all the time. Any smokers that just like to keep like the cigarette in your hand, like it's something about like just having it in your hand or something. Hold on to a pen, right, or something like that moving forward. And like, yeah,
and also just logically think about what a vape is, right, and what even is in a vape, right?
Yeah.
A vape literally has heavy metals in them, which are harmful as hell to your lungs, right? And it could cause severe damage to them too. Yeah. I mean, so just think logically about what even is a vape.
And just know that if you use a vape, you're gay. You know what I mean? So, yeah, just get all the temptations out of the way. Get rid of the friends that just sitting around smoking vape, doing nothing, and just go day by day. Just like anything, just like trading, just like any drugs, anything in life. Day by day. All you gotta do is win the day.
Remember, it's really just a bad habit, bro, right? And how do you replace a bad habit with a good habit? So I really like what Nick said too. Like, start chewing gum or something, right? Like, just replace the habit with a good habit.
And you also have to know it's designed by the elites, right, to keep you dumb and stupid and broke, right, at the same time, and feel bad about yourself. So, you guys talking about those jewel things, man? That's crazy.
About that jewel thing, bro. That thing is disgusting.
I remember my one friend came over. He said, "Dude, I got cotton candy." When I said, "Dude, you're gay. Get away from me." Yo, man, this one's Sour Patch Kids flavor. Like, don't ever talk to me again.
Really, bro. It's grape flavor.
Got the grape flavor. Really. Eat some steak, bro.
Yeah, man.
Eat some steak. Chew on a ribeye or something.
Smoke something else, bro.
All right, 42 seconds. See that 15-minute back up here. Let's see how we do here. I smoke weed, I work full time, I trade, I run on the weekend warriors. Should I be stopping this? Probably not. Probably not.
Bro, you're chilling.
You're chilling, brother. You're chilling.
Keep doing you.
You got Crohn's and all that stuff. I don't see why. Yeah, no reason to stop.
Yeah, that helps your stomach too. So yeah, bro, that's good.
All right, it looks like we got ourselves a closure here. 15-minute, not the greatest. 30-minute candle closing below its own range and below 15 here. So let's see if we can get a decent top wick at this point and sell stops in the break of the lows.
Oh yeah, this looks good.
Hey, look, everything in moderation, yeah? It's all right. It's all good. After reading Atomic Habits, yeah. Quick it happens, you know, because and it starts to become an identity shift. Yeah. And by the way, who am I to tell you, you know, you should do this or do that, or, you know, look, the way I see it, if something's holding you back, you should probably stop it. If it's not holding you back and you're using it to your advantage, then you should probably keep doing that, right? Don't worry about what he says or she says or they say, right? Just what's working, right? What's working, what's not working. If something's holding you back and it's not allowing you to be productive and, you know, do the things that you're called to do, then, you know, it's probably something that should, you know, be put on the back burner. But, you know, if you're productive and you're, you know, moving along and you're hitting your goals and you're getting everything you're striving for, then yeah, do the vape,
Yes, sir,
do the
bro.
vape, do whatever you gotta do.
It's like, are you in full control over it, or is it in full control over you, right? That's the big thing to be aware of.
Yeah.
If you control it, then it's not gonna affect you at all.
All right, perfect here. Let's see if we can keep moving up a bit. My stops, we need a better top wick than this, but my stops are gonna be somewhere back in the range here. You know, probably somewhere above all these highs here. So that way, probably like right around like 47.12-ish, 47.13. We're gonna have to pop a little bit better though than that if I'm gonna take this sell here. So let's see if we can get a little bit of a push up into the highs, and then I'll have a sell stop on the break of the low.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Especially using current candle stop.
Yeah, because our stops, we can't even use the stops up here on the highs, right? They're like 220 something pips, so we're gonna have to keep stops somewhere around this 100 pip mark, 120 pip mark here.
Yep.
Dun, 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 dun.
The drives are drives. What would suck more is taking this and getting stopped out on it, knowing that you could have done something better, like waited a little bit longer.
Ganja makes your outer space is real too. There he is. Breaking previous candle highs would be good. We don't need it. We definitely need a re-break of a current high. You know, the break of that previous candle high would be awesome. All right, if we can get the break of that high, now we know, okay, if the break of the lows again, we should continue moving down here. A bearish 15-minute candle, yeah, it would be good. That would be good. But, you know, it is 9:30 here, so anything can happen. Full TP 4760. 4760. Where's that? Yeah, that looks good down there. Yeah, I'll probably take full. If I get in this trade, I'll take full at like 76. Full at 76. If anything, too, we can wait on the 945 candle, get a resistance here, and then take the drop down. We may or may not get a better wick than that. We'll see. We'll see. Boom, boom. B risk. Yeah. If we break those highs, I'll probably throw a little bit higher position on this. 930, clean range to the left. But yeah, we'll see. Oh, we got one of your childhood friends to watch the Playbook 2.0. All right. Hey, okay, Rich.
Hey, what's up, Rich? How you doing, brother?
Rich, how we feeling today?
Let's get it.
Yeah, we want a higher wick to set a clean stop loss. Yes, exactly. So anything that re-breaks the high and then breaks the low again, I have a good feeling about that. If we can re-break that previous candle high, that'd be awesome too. But we don't need that. So this, or it just doesn't break the highs, and then we enter on the next candle, and now we keep our stops above 2 wick highs, right? So not just this one little dinky 15-minute candle that we're using, but we'll get 2 candles. We'll also get above the range and all that too, and that'll be a much more protective stop.
Yeah. And if we can't catch this opportunity, it's another one to come, like another bust to come if you miss it.
Also, had this candle closed bearish, that would have helped us too, you know, like kind of use that candle as a stop. Like say that one closed bearish too, and then we would have had all bearish closures and probably could have, you know, been a little bit more aggressive, but that's a bullish rejection candle. So that's why we want to be cautious. Cautious in the jungle.
Like we said earlier, right? We're trying to play some defense here as well, like, because our offense won't even matter if our defense isn't on point. So we're playing defense, being protective of our capital. Obviously, we could just take a trade, but we're not for certain reasons, and that's being protective here, preserving your capital.
DJ Bravo. DJ Bravo.
While we're waiting for a steeper top wick, well, the wick is kind of small currently, and also we're using current candle stops, so we're going to keep stops back in the range, right? But we would like to see a steep wick when we use like current candle stop losses, or even keep stops back in the range. So we know like if we do that, then the chances are high that once it breaks a low, it won't come back up, right? Because we know that sometimes, right, candles can make a high, right, and then break the low and then re-break the high and just push up just to make a steeper wick. So that's really why, and that's kind of what you're seeing here right now. It's kind of what I'm talking about. So
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Happen
So
all the time. So
now I'm gonna have a sell stop on the break of the low. Now.
yeah, that looks good.
All right, we've rebroken the highs. Did we break that high yet? No, we respected the high. So that would be fine too. And now if we can re-break the low, then now we can get in and we can keep stops back above the range, knowing that this little move had already been made, right? Like it kind of already happened to threaten the sellers here. A lot of sellers are probably going to have their stops sitting above the highs right there. Oh my goodness, what is going on?
What?
Top step. There we go. Okay, we're back. All right. Perfect. So now we broke the highs here. All right, so now the sell stops are way more valid than they were before. See, if we re-break that low now, you're coming straight down into probably 62, yeah, 65, something like that. So, or I'm sorry, 70, 72, 75, somewhere in here. Let's go. Good read? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Happens all the time. Happens. And most people just, they only remember the time where like price didn't do it. You know, they forget about all the times that price did move back up, you know, and that's it's very important to understand it from all aspects. I was also getting a new 4-hour and 23. Yeah, we're getting a new 4-hour here too. Yeah, that won't hold me back too often because I love trading at 9:30, but yeah, we do have that coming up.
Obviously, anything could happen, but we got a 15 closure coming up. What do you think about like a closure below the 15-minute?
Yeah, we might have to delete
the 30-minute.
I'm gonna see if that 15 closes with no top wick. I'm gonna keep this trade in, but we got 5 minutes on that closure. So, but look at that, you know, another one. This is where defense saves you, right? Where defense ends up paying. Where it's very difficult, gang. Look, real time lesson here. It's extremely difficult, and I understand that, to stay out of that selling position at 9:30 when there's already been a top wick formed. You got closures below on the 30, you got closures below on the 15. It's not easy to stay out, right? But again, this is the separator, right? This separates trader A from trader B. all day long. That patience, that discipline, that my deal or no deal mentality, right? I'm not just going to jump into a trade. I'm going to wait for the right opportunity. So we knew that we wanted to see a better top wick. You go, Nick, that's it? That's the only thing that's going to hold you back? Yeah. Yes, absolutely, right? Because we know that chances are at 9:30, right, you're going to get a much steeper top wick, likely to break the highs first, right? And then start to make a move down. So it's all about waiting for the great opportunities and just not settling for the okay and the good opportunities that present themselves way more often than the great ones, right? So you gotta eventually, and experience and trial and error and failure helps with this, but you gotta eventually understand where the great setups, where the good setups, and how do we decipher between the two.
That's why I said earlier too, right? If you don't have the skill sets to keep the money, aka play defense, right, then making money in trading doesn't mean anything if you can't keep that money, right, and have the skill sets to keep it. Because guess what? You could have executed that sell without that valid top wick, and you could have won this trade and made money. But over the course of time, as this happens more times than not, right, as this continues to happen in the future, right, more times than not, this is what's going to happen, is you're going to be getting stopped out on this, right? So at times where you get lucky, right, those sometimes that the probability works out, you're going against the probability that happens most times, right? You're just going to continue to lose on this most times, even though you make money today on it, right? In the future, though, you're gonna be negative ROI on this setup. So
yeah, man,
so that's what we're talking about.
and if you can understand that little secret right there, you can make money, right? Like if you can truly only act on things that happen most times and not things that happen sometimes, you'll win. The problem is most traders act on low probability trades, aka things that happen sometimes. So what I mean by that is sometimes, right, the 30-minute candle will make that little wick and drive down. But most times, right, that is going to make a steeper wick here before running down, especially when the previous 15-minute candle looks like this, right? So you got to know when and when not to, right? And again, things can happen every now and then, right? Things can happen, randomly here, but most times the situation will pan out, right, looking like this. So we would have had our stop sitting probably somewhere around here and would have been threatening stops at the moment. So again, defense. I'm going to go ahead and delete this though. We're going to wait for this 1 minute and 47 seconds. Wait for that candle to close and we'll go from there. Yes, the crocodile pattern did it. Tried to tell you guys. You guys didn't want to listen to that secret webinar we did last night. Crocodile pattern.
Great work, team. Way to play defense. Hell yeah, man. Definitely rewatch that stream if you're a new trader and stuff. Like, study that concept right there that we just talked about here. See, it's between 9:35, 9:45 a.m. We're talking about how less is more in trading and how defense always beats offense in this game long term. So, yeah, study that concept.
That's right.
This is how we are profitable off the trades we don't take, right? Many people think we're profitable off the trades we take, which makes sense, but really we're profitable off the trades we don't take because that allows us to keep our money, right?
Whoa. You all right? You good? Careful there.
When do wicks become rejections? Wicks become rejections typically when they're significantly bigger than the body of the candle. And when the wicks are large and significantly bigger than the body of the candle, that's typically an exhaustion wick or a rejection wick.
Boom. Yeah, you can get it.
Any trades in Asia and London? Yeah, we took two W's the clubhouse took in Asia and in London. So one trade in Asia, one trade in London.
Nice try.
Both secured some pips.
Okay, go have fun.
So go work clubhouse.
Peace. Say what up to Uncle John.
Hi.
Say, hey, how are you?
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
We'll say, what are you doing today?
I don't.
Say, tap, 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 tap.
You doing?
Tell them what you were playing out there. What was it? Say it louder.
Go.
Golf? All right.
Bro wants to play golf.
Go ahead. Keep practicing until I get back out. Okay? See ya. He's gonna
Yeah,
be a
Max
walking
Eddie, like-
specimen.
Max Eddie, also like
Close the
you
door,
want to have
okay?
previous candle stops during those times as well.
Yup, golf balls. Okay, leave him here with me, alright? Go ahead, go have fun. Wow, what a change of events here. Just like that. So maybe we needed that pullback, right? Maybe we have this little, you know, kind of zone going here now where you can use a little resistance, right? And now those wicks potentially start to get filled, right? Now that we got that clean range. So a little bit of a switcheroony here. 4 hour though, turning back around. 1 hour, you know, whatever. 30-minute staying below. 15-minute trying to potentially create resistance here. So I don't think the sells that we had earlier are valid at this point. So we'll have to wait now for a nice little resistance, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, you got nice clean range though coming down. Wow, those 15-minute candles just switched it up. Switch up. Yeah, but the sells, right? So possible opportunity to take sells off a strong resistance way up here to get that wick fill. But if we don't have anything strong, or if it's, let's just say, too strong, right, then we'll have to obviously wait for the closure below and go from there. Kingman, yeah, I told him go hit some putts for the next hour, and I'll be out there in a little bit. London trade. What time was the London trade? Is Magnus here?
I think.
Where's the Viking? Get him up.
I can check.
Get him up. He is here. He is here. Can we show the London trade? Yes. I'm not exactly sure what trade it was, so let's have Magnus come up and say, "Hey, how are you?" Uh-oh, someone's hurt out there.
How are you?
Hey,
Yo,
Magnus.
yo.
Hey,
What's up,
how
Magnus?
are you?
How are you? And there's Rafi.
How are you, man? I am doing phenomenal.
Let's get it.
Hey,
The
how
boys
are
are
ya?
back in town. The
What up,
boys are back
Rafi?
in town.
How are we doing, family? How we feeling today?
Hey.
What's up, Rafi?
Feeling
How we
amazing.
feeling? How we feeling? Good to
Feeling
see you
amazing.
guys.
Incredible.
Great to see you.
Phenomenal.
We're back.
Fantastic.
Edit.
How we doing,
Never
Clubhouse?
felt better, man. Yeah, we took a 3:30 buy.
3:30. What's the wordy? All right, there they are. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Rafi and Magnus. 3:30. 3:30. Let's go take a look. Let's take a look. 3:30. Boom, boom, boom. Right here? Here.
Yeah, it was
Okay,
the 30 minutes. Look at the 30.
30-minute time frame.
Yeah.
3:30.
Look at
Aha.
that inverted celery there. Filled the wick.
Ooh,
That was a
nicely done.
target tap on 4 hour and daily, so
Okay,
Nice.
cool.
and 4 hour no top wick and volume too. So yeah.
So right here, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's get it. Nice.
Nice, bro.
3:30
Nice.
high volume target taps. 4 hour no top wick.
Broke
Wick
the
to fill on the
lows.
30. Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, nice move. Nice move. No top wick up here. I'm sure you guys were kind of looking at wick fill.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Lovely. Awesome. Great trade.
Yeah, and most close full, like right before wick fill there.
The
yeah,
wick fill,
yeah, like
yep.
right there. And then
Awesome.
some got rig even, you know, and some closed like I don't know, probably held it.
Yeah, that's the thing. We're all gonna have different management.
Yeah,
But,
yeah, yeah.
if you guys
Mostly
can try
winners
and-
though. It's great.
yeah, get it as close as you can to the way we're managing it, because we are not managing off emotions in most cases, right? So if you guys are struggling with some emotions, try and really just hold off until we, close some partials or move stops to break even. Use us to kind of lean on a little bit. I remember I would do that with Don and Raja. I'll say, you know what? Let me not touch this thing until they do something about it too, right? Because I get it in the beginning. You're like, let me just get out, get some profits and get out. But that makes, long term, that will actually make a difference on whether or not you're profitable or not, right? Just by the way you manage trades. I think the management of emotions is the most important part of trading. You can't manage technically if you can't manage your emotionally, right? Because if you're worrying about the trade getting stopped out, or you have too much size, or you're thinking halfway through the trade, well, that's good enough amount of money, but the market got more for you. Those are all just emotions coming into play. Like we talked about that yesterday, where we talked about how people are so good at trading on a demo account. And that's because they're using their technical edge, right? With what? Zero emotions, right? No emotions. When you come in, emo. Shout out to all my emos back in 2006, 7, 8, 9. You're the real ones. I don't know what's up with the emos these days, but anyways, edge, right? Edge and zero emotion goes into your demo account, right? But then the moment you start your own account, you also bring edge. The only problem is you bring something with it that you didn't have before, which was your emotions. So now you bring the emotions in. So that's why a lot of you guys do better on a demo than you do on a live. Now, let me ask you something. Most traders, when they start struggling on their live account, what do? They start going and looking at their edge. Is my edge good? Am my edge okay? Should I get a new edge? Should I follow a new person? Should I buy a new course, right? That should help me. That should help me. But we know that that's not the problem, right? We know that the only thing that was changed here was this. You went from zero emotions to emotions. The edge, nothing wrong with the edge, right? We've clearly understood that worked. So the one, I don't want to call it a problem. The common denominator here, right, is your emotions. So you gotta learn to tame these and almost act as if you have zero emotions. Yeah, I was talking with an elite member yesterday, and we're both these type of very cold, stone cold type of individuals when it comes to our emotions, when it comes to trading. And there's no surprise why he does well, right? So if you're struggling, right, and you start sample sizing and running any system for that matter on a demo, and it's starting to look good, but then all of a sudden you're not doing that good on live, that is not your opportunity to go find a new edge, right? The edge clearly works. It's time for you to gain edge over your emotions. And that's what we teach in the clubhouse. So if you're struggling, pull up, because this is the main focus, right? Yeah, we obviously will teach you everything. Edge will teach you every little nook and cranny about the system and the edge. But none of that works unless these emotions are handled and dialed in and you can control yourself. So that's where we, really step in and help you develop that mind control over anything and that emotional control. That way you can actually flex the edge and let the edge do its job without you and your emotions getting in the way all the time.
Facts, bro. You want to make it so easy to win that it's hard to lose, bro, really. And that's what I was talking about yesterday, like about the trading constitution. Like all the pro traders have established a set of rules that have instilled them to make logical decisions and has instilled them to have emotional control, right? Like you need to come up with this rule, right? You need to have a constitution that literally protects you from you.
Yep.
And that's why the pros are so good. They got that for themselves.
That's why the system's there.
That's
to
why the
protect
system's
you
there.
from yourself.
Protect you from you. And you, when I say you, really your emotions.
I know I needed it.
You and your emotions like to get in the way at times.
I am not a good trader. If I do not follow edge, I am not if I follow when I was emotionally trading, horrible. You guys would never want to follow me anywhere. Especially on the charts. But once I got rid of and by the way, you don't get rid of emotions, right? Rafi, I don't think you can actually get rid of emotions. Like, can you? It's more so,
Yeah, you can.
choosing.
You can get rid of emotions. Yeah,
You
when you
can.
die.
You can actually
When you
get rid
die.
of them. Oh, okay. I was gonna say like,
I'm thinking
like when? Yeah, like all right. So
Die,
you
bro.
you technically
was like,
can't
wait,
get
what?
rid of them, right?
Yeah,
but
it's part of you, man. It's part of you. You will have to have these emotions to work with you, not against you. Because these emotions are good. You want to have fear to enter on a thing that is not in your plan.
Yeah.
You wanna have these things. These are awareness patterns, right? Like they're just gonna tell you what you should and what you should not. The brain will tell you you're in danger. You need to do something different, right? You're breaking your plane. Your brain should tell you, nah, you don't want to do that. We don't have that on that. So it's there. Yeah, you want to make sure these emotions are working with you, not against you. And that's what happens sometimes. We not tap into them. We don't understand them. We don't have a relationship with them. And we just physiologically respond to what is happening. So, the thought is going to come in with an image. The image comes with a feeling, physiologically affects your body. And now you respond to what is happening rather than responding to what is happening in the charts, not in your body. And that's what we normally do. Respond to what we feel, not what we see.
Damn. Yeah, so you can't get rid of them. You can't get rid of them. So what can you do? Rafi talked over the weekend about, basically tapping in a way, right? Like setting the tone. So there's a lot of things that, I may deal with that you guys have no idea. I would never put it on you guys. I would never show it, like I would always protect the culture here, right? In terms of like, even if I'm going through something on the side, I'm not going to just bring that into here and just mess us all up, right? So there is a switch, that the winner has where it's like, okay, I'm called to do this. I'm destined to do this. Time to flip that switch. Whatever else is happening in life right now, it's not happening here on the field. It's not happening here on the court. It's not happening here on the desk. What's happening here is we're going GOAT mode, right? We're working towards becoming the best. So in a way, it is a little bit of a stone cold approach, but you got to learn to keep some of those outside issues outside, right? And not bring them into the or onto the desk, or in athletes would say onto the court, right? Or onto the field, right? Or into the ring. You got to be so locked in and be able to understand how to regulate that state, tap in, and then once you're here at the desk, none of those outside forces that would normally maybe sway you to force a trade or force something or hold on to something or use these stops or that lot size or this, right? It's a combustion of everything. So it's all about like really getting rid of it and logically trading the market in front of you day by day, one day at a time. Just like quitting anything, just like quitting the vape thing, right? One day at a time. So yeah, trying your best to do that, and you'll see a big difference. Wait, Nick, what'd you say? I was a little emotional about that break of the low. Can you repeat that? Nope. Nope. The emotions got me there, man. Yeah,
Gold just
so
melted off.
no
Back
emotions.
Well, I like the cells here.
Good boy, Goldie. Good boy. We had the sell stops. Yeah, we had them. We deleted them after this candle closed above, and we decided to wait for a closure now, back below 96. Yeah, we had sell stops somewhere over there. Yeah, if it runs, it runs. We had a new plan, and we got to stick with that plan.
Yeah, we got that 4 hour closer too, so
43
Gotta wait.
seconds. We're going to close a no bottom
I don't
wick
know,
on the
man.
4 hour, maybe.
Might need a new resistance at that point now.
Yeet.
Or at least a seller or something.
Let's see, 25 seconds on the clock.
Bro, if we
Kinda
close with
bad.
no bottom wick here, that'd be wild.
Yeah, we probably will. You held through the drawdown? Okay, nice. I think the stops were... Yeah, I think we would have like just survived in general there. But yeah, that was not the trade I wanted to be in after we kind of closed bullish up here. All right, there's our closure. So we're gonna have a 4-hour close now. 4-hour candle just closed. We've been moving down. We obviously need a top wick, but there's room to go. You know, there's certainly room to go on the 4-hour, but definitely gonna need a good top wick on this candle. Probably, probably somewhere back into these supports, and then we can potentially look for the selling opportunities. We might actually be able to get a better selling opportunity as well, as that 4-hour top wick can come up, create resistance right here, and then we start selling back down in there. That's basically a better entry than we would have had before, which was right here.
Fire.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Yeah, that looks great.
My idea too. Lovely.
Yeah, so pretty much what it'll look like is if we can get a bullish candle, right, to start moving up for that 4-hour candle to give us a top wick, we remain below 96 there, and then resistance right here, and then we take sells. If we can move down a little bit more, that would be great on this candle, so that way we have a wick to fill, but we don't necessarily need that. But it would be nice to have that bottom wick down there, so that way we can start, you know, targeting that wick fill and whatnot. But yeah, new resistance, that'll give us a 4-hour top wick, and then we look to continue moving bearish with the 4-hour candle. Why you have delay on stream? It might be because we're streaming on multiple platforms. Yeah, maybe we won't do it tomorrow. We'll see. New to the channel, appreciate what I'm seeing. Can you can you run down your community? What do you mean? Like run down the community? I think the community is fantastic. Fantastic group of people here. I think we're all here with a common dream, common vision. Most of us are trading the same exact system, so everything is everyone's on the same page in most cases, right? So I think it's a good community to be a part of.
Hell yeah, bro.
It'll make the community, one thing about this community, it'll make you better, right? It won't allow you to keep making those stupid trades. Like, you'll post some stupid trade in like the Clubhouse Discord chat, and then you'll just get called out on that. Like, or not really. People will just not say anything about it, or be like, what playbook setup was that? You know, so it's nice. It's nice because you have a group that can hold you accountable, and you know, it's not a group that's gonna point at you, laugh at you, make fun of you. Everyone's very, you know, uplifting and encouraging, which I think is pretty dope. Have I collected data on the 5-minute? Yes. Yeah, early on. This guy never trade? Well, good thing I didn't, because we would have been stopped out at that moment. Good thing I didn't trade here, and good thing I didn't trade here, because both of them wouldn't have been pretty. I think you should more so say, man, this guy's got great discipline. Man, this guy really follows his plan. I was saying that yesterday, like, again, I hate to like toot my own horn here, but you guys should appreciate the fact that you have somebody that's willing to follow their plan all the time and not deviate for stream purposes or Jimmy Ding Dong or anyone like that. Someone who's going to stand on business, stick to their plan, be an example of what you can follow, a professional in the game. Like, I would be thrilled to have, you know, again, I don't mean to say this, you know, I say this humbly, but I'd be thrilled to have myself as a trading coach and some of these guys up here point me in the right direction. Yeah, the 5-minute cost me about 30 G's. About 30 G's in the learning phase. Passive aggressive. Nice trade. Oh, that trade, yeah. Yeah, if you held it.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, if you got in. But by the way, gang, like, if you got in, I'm not going to let you off the hook. That was a stupid entry. Like, you should have been waiting for that better top wick. So I know it's cool and you made money, but, like, that wasn't that smart, you know? And again, like we talked about, you know, that's going to hurt you more than it's going to help you. So you got away with one today, but, you know, don't try doing that all the time. Also, if you left the entry here, another very risky play, right? After all this happens, very, very risky. So if you took the sell, regardless of all the market structure that told you kind of delete, then again, that's not the best idea. So as a coach, I'd rather tell you that versus, oh, good job, man, congratulations. All right. So nice to win today, but don't get into in the habit of doing stuff like that.
Yeah, Chad, I don't know about y'all, but I'd much rather always have someone tell me the truth, regardless of how I feel after it, rather than him lie to me and just to make me feel good. Right? It's that truth that we all need to hear. It sets us free.
100%, man. Nick will always tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear.
Exactly.
Yep. And that's whether it's one-on-one, in person, online, and it doesn't matter, right? Like if you hired me as a coach to make your life better, I'm gonna point you in the direction to make your life better, right? Whether you want to hear that or not. So you've hired me, or you've come here for me to help you do something, and I'm gonna help you do it. Why don't you just make a community free to join? You're in it right now. Did you pay anything to get here today? Yeah, there's a free Discord too. Yeah. Wait, did we miss that guy's entry fee on the way into the YouTube chat today? Someone get him. What's his name? Somebody get him.
In the gulag.
Go get him.
It doesn't get much more free than what you got going right now. Actually, I'd be paying y'all to come here. You know, I give you guys good trades. Believe it or not, I pay you.
Right.
Who could be honest? You guys show up here so I can help you make money. Come on, just be honest. We're the Discord. Hit ! Discord and you'll have it. I love. I watch a little bit of the roast of Kevin Hart. Cat Williams goes, "I'll be honest. I'm just here for the money. I'm just here for the money. That's all." Thanks for the rundown. Just joined the community. Awesome. Welcome in. Welcome in. If you guys are in the clubhouse, please take advantage of all the material that's there for you. There's a full trading course. There is hundreds of hours of webinar content. There are trade reviews. There are a whole PDF that you can go through. Like, squeeze the most out of it as you possibly can, so that way you can get those results that you're looking for quicker. It's not like you're going to get fast results, but you can speed up the process, right? If you really dive in and commit to that learning stage and that learning phase.
Hell yeah, bro. I tell people I would treat this like school, bro, and I did do that. I did treat this like my school because I learned this in school, and I wasn't gonna do anything outside after school besides trade. So I treated this like I was learning a skill, right? Learning a profession, learning like something like I would learn in school, basically. So yeah. That's how you should treat it. It's like a university here, right?
Yep. University.
We got a full trading course in the clubhouse for you to learn from and study.
Go watch who? How long have I been trading for a living? 20 what, John? 2023? 2022?
Yeah.
2022, I think. So yeah. Whatever that is. But you don't want to trade for a living, right? You want to trade, make money, invest money, start businesses, start companies, things like that. You don't want to just trade, for a living in most cases. Most entrepreneurs have like 7, 8 streams of income. So once I started getting money from trading, I did what most successful people would do. I started investing 70% of it, 80% of it, and just keeping 20% for myself stocked away. I didn't buy anything. When I got these 12K payouts, 8K payouts, this was all new, bigger money to me. I didn't go out and buy a new car or buy new clothes or buy this or buy that. I literally started investing that money, delaying my gratification, right? Actually, when I started making pretty good money in trading, we actually sold things. We didn't even buy new things. We sold one of a car that we had, Anna's car. We sold a couple other things. We sold things that were taking money out of our bank on a monthly basis. So not only did we start bringing more money in, but we started, keeping it, right? We stopped letting as much out. So it wasn't long before I had a bunch of money saved, a bunch of money invested, and some new businesses that were running where, by 2024, 4, I was already, you know, multiple streams of income at that point, and, you know, moving along and just trading, you know, my skill, using my skill set to pull money out the markets. And that should be a goal for a lot of you guys. Like, once you get good at trading and you start making money, look for opportunities, right? Look for opportunities to, you know, invest or start a passion project or a business that you could be passionate about, or whatever it is that you want to do, right? But I think trading full time doesn't really start till you probably have multiple years of profit under your belt and you have a good account. Like I can trade
And
full time
savings.
because I can make 20, 30, 40,000 in a month, which will, you know, do me just fine. But I still, you know, strive for more because I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a business owner. I'm not just a, you know, just a day trader. All right, we need resistance. So there's the retest. If we can get a bearish closure after this guy here, then the sells are looking valid.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I'm still struggling with my emotions. Is it better to start a small live account or buy a funded challenge? To be honest, I would probably start a small live account. Just so it's your money. You can have the emotions that come with it, and then you can learn to, like we talked about, the emotions don't go away, so you can learn to, you know, keep them under control or tame them, so to speak. Or once you get really good, you start using the emotions to your advantage, and that's next level stuff. That's the stuff we talk about in the clubhouse, you know, using those emotions to be an asset to you versus a liability. So a lot of people have these weaknesses that they could be harnessing a different way and using it as a strength, but, you know, it takes awareness and recognition to be able to do stuff like that.
Think about it like this, man, and this is something that I keep saying over and over. Awareness is the best tool that you can have. It's your best weapon, you know. And I'm gonna give you an example. You keep having a headache, you know, and you keep taking the pill for the headache, but it's not taking that away. And you keep saying, man, I just keep getting these headaches and this ibuprofen is not taking my pain away. Well, you don't know what the source of the pain is coming from. It might be your vision. It might be something on your neck. It might be something in your spine that is affecting this headache. But you're taking something that is not really taking that away. As a trader, you need to understand, why are you still emotional? What meanings are coming up? What are you attached to? What idea is affecting your performance? You know that you're emotional, but you don't know the reason why. What is actually triggering that, right? So that's where the growth happens. And yeah, you need to explore, and there's some things that you gotta do and become aware and practice and observe it. Just like how you come here, we see patterns here all the time. This emotional trigger is a pattern. You need to observe it, collect data on it, see it. When does it come up? We talked about this in the last webinar. Well, I did. And it is something that you need to spend some time, invest the time in understanding yourself. This relationship with your emotions is very important. Don't take it for granted. Just observe it, understand it. Okay, so when and why? That's when you start making the process.
Yep. Was I ever broke? Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. And lost before? Yeah, 100%, man. Most of us are more alike than we are different. Yeah, those times I had no money in the bank, no cash at the house. Just like you, I was lifting up the couch cushions, see if I could find a couple bucks, some change, you know, little things like that.
Nick legit had zero money, maybe debt, if anything. Like,
granted, I was never sleeping under a bridge or on the street or anything like that. I never went hungry or anything, but, you know, I didn't really have much extra money at times, just like a lot of you guys, right? You struggle with money and all that good stuff.
Yeah, man. Like, I remember a time where I lended Nick some money because he had
Twice.
none. Twice. And same with my other brother.
Imagine being that low where you had to go and ask your younger brother. Imagine, so this was a low point in my trading where I just couldn't get it together. You know, I was desperate. I was greedy. I was trying to rush the process really, and I was blowing all of my money, and I got to the point where it got so bad that I ran out of money, and I had to go ask my little brother, who I was mentoring, right? Hey man, I had to say it in the most like, you know, toughest way I could. Like, yeah, you think I can borrow $500? I just had to do something else, and I'll give you the 500 back, and you know, I won't need it for that long. I'll give it right back to you. You know, so it's like I had to go ask him for money, right? And not only once, but twice. Twice I had to ask him. The first 500 he gave me, I blew it the very next day, and I thought, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? Like, I blew all my money, and now I just took my poor this poor guy. I just took 500 from him, right, and just blew it carelessly in a day. Like, what am I doing here, right? And I had to really step back and, you know, examine my actions and, you know, go revisit my why and, you know, really get locked in again. So, and then John was nice enough to actually lend me another 500, and believe it or not, that was actually like around the time where I started coming out of that funk and, you know, starting to make some money. And then I was able to get that money back to John and start getting on a roll there and getting some payouts. So it was nice.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
It wasn't nice in the moment, but,
Yeah,
you know, we were willing to push through it.
That is true, man. That's why you got to never quit, man, because literally things started taking off right after that last 500.
Literally.
I gave him, bro.
Yeah,
like,
literally, actually.
Things were up from then, bro. Like, he could have easily have quit because he had zero money. He could have easily settled for a job or anything, but not. He took risk, right? He took that calculated risk, and it works out, right? You can only fail so many times, right? When taking calculated risk, eventually you're gonna win, right? Eventually it's gonna click and it's gonna hit with that calculated risk, right? So that's all you could do, man. Just keep hitting the shots, man. Taking the shots.
Yeah, you have to go through tough times to win in life. You know, like they may not have to last forever. They might not have to be the worst thing ever, but you got to go through some challenges, right, to get to the other side. And I, you know, I'm okay with that. Yeah, man. Yeah. Shout out to Johnny Gems. If it wasn't for that last 500, your boy I might not even be here, right? We might not even be here right now. So you just never know. You just never know. The thread runs very thin, and you know it. One little thing, right, in life could have kind of stopped all this from happening. So it's pretty crazy.
100%. And shout out Nick too, man, because without him I wouldn't be trading, and trading has changed my life for the better. So love you, bro.
Hey, love you too, man.
To the brothers too.
As iron sharpens iron, one man sharpens another. You know, that's why we're here as well. We're here to help you guys too. I don't think we really needed to be here, right? We were making enough money trading before we ever started the live streams, and I don't really think we needed to be here, but we wanted to be here, and we still want to be here because we have a passion for, you know, helping people, right? Again, iron sharpening iron. So yeah, we decided to start the live stream probably I'd say I was profitable for a year and a half or so, maybe almost 2 years, and got bored, honestly. Like I don't know, what are we doing? Like, we're making money, but there's no one to help, there's no one to hang out with. And that's when we kind of took the idea from Don and Raja and said, you know, why don't we live stream? And I'm happy we did it. You know, I'm happy we did it. This stream has been able to touch a lot of lives around the world and help a lot of people, make a lot of money, and more importantly, just become the better version of themselves. So happy we did it. And
Hell yeah, bro.
you know, you got to go through tough times to get to the good part.
100%, brother. Yep. Did I always believe in Nick? Did I always believe Nick would make it even when I gave him that last 500? Yeah, I did. Honestly, like I knew he would, because he was a confident man. He was positive as hell. He had plans. Like, I knew he was taking calculated risk. I knew other people were doing it, and it's really that energy that I had off him, that I got off of him, that made me just believe in him and stuff, and seeing the way he managed, seeing the way he handled his adversities and stuff. And I just knew, like, I knew that you can only do so many good things. Like, you're gonna have to get a good result by doing all these great actions. Like, a good result has to come. You know, I was also reading books like Think and Grow Rich, Outwitting the Devil, right? That just made me confident that, yo, this man's doing everything right to eventually get that result later on, right? I knew it was gonna come, right? I didn't know when it was gonna come. I just knew it was gonna come. So yeah, I always believed in him. And even if he needed another 500, I would have gave it to him too, because again, I believed in him. So
Let's get it.
yes, sir.
Hey, if I was a stock, I'd be a pretty good stock. I'll tell you that.
Yes, sir. Hey, I just made sure to charge some interest on that what I gave him, and we were all good.
75% interest. I think I gave you interest on that. Yeah.
What?
I think I gave you interest on it.
Yeah, nah, you did. You did, bro. I gotta make sure I was taking calculated.
Did I
risks as
return the
well.
money?
Yeah, you
Let
did.
chat know I at
Yep.
least returned it.
He did return the money for sure.
So whatever happened with that five? Maggie's like,
and
so
some
Nick,
interest.
about that 500. You know, I know you've been telling chat about that for a while, but you think I can
Yeah.
get that?
I got the full investment back plus some interest, so we were good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Funny. It was just a bank. It was just a stock to store money in, really.
I think I told him that too. I was like, just think of it like a bank account, you know, and I got it and it's safe over here. And when you need it, I should have it. I hope I
Yeah.
have it. Hopefully, we'll see.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Let's take a look here. Brother Nick, 2 questions here. All right. 4-hour and daily is for direction. Bias is fixed. Then we move to lower time frame. Okay. But we shouldn't marry our bias. So in lower time frame, if the 4-hour gets invalid, then we take the lower time frame setups. Yeah, so like what we have is we have like little lower time frame concepts for that type of stuff. So I would go to my YouTube channel, study the range 1, range 2 breakout idea. I think I called it yeah, I think it's range 1, range 2, right? It's also like kind of titled how to avoid fake outs. But we have that range 1, range 2 breakout that we tend to use. So if we are going against the higher time frame candles, we'll use that little break and retest for some sort of extra confirmation. So yeah, you are right though. We do get our bias from the daily and the 4-hour. Then we go down to the lower time frames. If that 4-hour happens to switch up or hit a target or whatever, then we'll go down to the lower time frame and maybe switch up our bias a little bit. Yep. You said I gave my brother $5K 2 years ago. I haven't. Damn, that's messed up, Green. Sheesh.
Green. Keep believing in him, bro.
He'll return it. He'll return it.
Just make sure he's doing the right things, bro.
What's the difference between you and Raja's strategy? Not much. Not much. I actually learned. I learned this system from Raja. So I was a market fluidity student. I still am. I've gone through all of his videos. Basically, I know everything about him when it comes to trading and the way he trades. There's little things that I've kind of picked up that I do slightly different, but for the most part, I think we are, you know, mostly on the same page. I just do little things. I kind of made this system a little bit more safe for newer traders and waiting for confirmations and different concepts to play out. Not many impulse ideas, right? Because again, newer traders, it's very hard to catch on, right, as a newer trader to some of these advanced concepts. So yeah, the playbook, you have like simple newer trader plays like the onion, the breakout, and even the celery. And then, you know, more advanced traders tend to start looking into like the impulse trades like the fade and the inverted celery. So I'd say about 80% of what I do lines up with Raja, but you know, as any individual trader, you're gonna have these little tiny things that maybe you just do a little bit differently. So other than that, the foundation is all the same. Johnny Gems owns 50%. Yeah, the deal was I'll give you 50% of my trading profits forever. Just give me this 500 because NY Open is coming up and I need the account before 8 a.m.
I said, bet, bro. That sounds like a good deal. You need another 500?
So let me know. So let me know what you need. Got you. I want to take that leap of faith to buy in the clubhouse. Just your opinion. I work in an office. Can I trade with you? Yeah. I mean, we have plenty of people that, you know, are working right now as we speak. You know, whether they're in the U.S., the U.K., Australia, yeah, I mean, Asia. Like, there's people working right now. It's just about, you know, I think if you're running a construction site and you're using a jackhammer all day, then, you know, probably not going to be able to attend streams and it won't benefit you. But if you work in an office job where you're sitting down just like I am right now and, you know, you got a screen or two, I think trading is one of the best second, you know, like side hustles that you can get into. Doesn't take long either, you know. I mean, it takes long to wait, right? But once the setup actually shows up and you get in, you don't need to wait that long for an outcome. So, but you can do it. Yeah, you could do it. Come on in the clubhouse, come hang out here in the YouTube, whatever works best for you, and just lock in. You know, the main thing is just lock in, know what you want, and start to make a plan to get it. Did I trade forex before futures? I did. Yeah, I did. I actually started off with forex and slowly mingled my way over to futures over the last 2 years, but still got love for good old XAU USD. XAU USD helped me a lot. Helped me a lot. Boom, boom, boom.
All right, man. These cells here looking good.
Yeah, here we go. We got 3 minutes. Possible
Yes, sir.
resistance formed and
Yes, looking good.
entries. Yeah, look good.
Exactly as planned. Yep.
Yeah, 4 hour got a top wick now. So glad we didn't take a sell over there like one of the guys in the chat wanted us to. We
Money.
would have been stopped out there. And now if we create resistance, this looks pretty good.
Sir.
You're welcome, Mark. You're welcome. Where's the rewind button? Let me catch up with the clubhouse here. Thank you, Johnny, for giving Nick the money that day. Yeah, facts.
Shout out to Johnny.
Shout out to Johnny Gems. Didn't even
Thank-
know what he
thank
was
you.
doing. He was hustling pizza money. By the way, that was my brother's pizza money. You know how
Literally.
bad I felt to take that.
Damn, bro.
Like, think about it also from my perspective, like my ego having to go upstairs, knock on his door, ask him if he can help me, knowing that it was money that he'd been literally hustling, delivering pizza for, knowing that I'm probably going to blow it, right? It was just tough, you know, tough.
It was tough
But,
moment.
you know, I needed it. I needed it to keep putting pieces of that puzzle together.
Yeah. Now I know I was delivering pizza. Nah, I'm kidding. Yeah, man.
Oh, Bryce. Hey, any friend of Bryce is a friend of mine. Shout out to Bryce. Another stud. Absolute stud. You guys will probably hear Bryce's name more and more as the months and years go on here. Bro trying to buy $500 pizza. Little Caesars. Just started trading for a living. Journey after 5 years of struggling with emotions. All right, awesome, man. Congratulations, Kevin. And you know, not many people can do that, so you should be proud of that and proud of yourself. And you know what to do. You know, just stay mature, stay responsible, and enjoy the profits. Enjoy the profits, man. Congratulations. I know it's it's a struggle, you know, to get to these points, and anyone that can do that has got my respect, and it's very impressive. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, self-resentment. Yeah, it could have really damaged my self-image and all that stuff too. But like, you know what would have been worse is letting my ego keep me from going up there and asking. You know, I would have probably not been here, you know? So it's like, you got to sometimes know when to put your ego down and ask for help.
Yeah.
Message.
Message.
Not
And
the
bro,
best
I
price
mean,
action. Nope.
like Nick said, like he was my mentor. I was learning from him, like too. So, like I'm looking to do the same thing as him, you know. So we better find a way, bro, because this is I don't got a plan B either, you know. Like I'm trying to make it in trading too. So at that time, so
No,
yeah,
no
we
way.
better do this.
Yes, sir. All right, this is not looking good. Not looking good. Not looking as good as it did 3 minutes ago. So we'll see what happens here. But I just want to go play. I just want to make money and play golf. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, man. Well, that's what we're gonna do here.
Facts, man. Facts.
Oh, damn.
Ugh.
Oh,
No,
wow.
basically no wick on the candle.
Yeah, literally, man.
Damn, this guy never trades.
Oh my god. Nick, you
I
never
so
trade.
desperately want to force a trade with you guys right now, but I just can't. I just can't do it, man. Can't do it. 30 celery. 30 celery is not bad. It's not bad actually. Yeah, because you would need that versus this entry here, but I got a feeling that we may not wick down there. With no bottom wick here, you might wick down and start to reject back up. So I just don't like it. Yeah, I just don't like it with that
keeps
no.
it safe here.
Yeah, with that no bottom wick there.
No top wick either now. The drives. So easy decision here.
Unfortunate. Unfortunate here. Would have loved that candle to close like right there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. You could put other people on or not put them on. One thing I really liked, most of my life I was just running businesses and, you know, obviously having to make sales and convince people, right, to get things. And once I started succeeding with trading, I fell in love with the idea of like just not needing anyone else to do it, not caring whether anyone does it or not, and just freely going about my business. Yeah. And then, you know, my passion for people, after I started like doing pretty well, I'm like, you know what? I miss people though. Like at the same time, like it's fun, but if we got no one to hang out with and talk with and do all that, then, you know, what's the point? So that's when I was like, all right, let's start the stream. Always could, yeah, there could always be a setup after the stream. Yep. Yep. You can't control when the setups come in. You know what I mean? That's the big thing. So whether sometimes they're going to come before the live stream, sometimes they're going to come during the live stream, sometimes they're going to come after the live stream. You just, again, it's not our job to know when the trade's going to come. It's our job to spectate the market, observe the market, and when the trade does come, that's when we begin to put it on. You know, otherwise you can't
Remember,
take a
chat,
trade that's not part of your plan.
Chat, how could we experience positive expectancy? Well, we need an edge to do that, right? So if we want to experience positive expectancy in the long run, then what do we have to do in the day-to-day? We have to produce an edge, right? So if we're aware of that, then what do we know? What if we understand that and we're aware of that, then what is our job here today, right? If the goal is positive expectancy, in order to get that, we need to produce an edge in the day-to-day, then what do we have to do here today to see that later on? We just got to produce our edge, right? And sometimes not taking a trade is producing your edge. So this is the slight edge and the difference between a pro and an amateur, right? An amateur is going to come in today. He's going to look to make money and get rich quick, right? A pro trader is going to come in today and he's literally going to look to produce his edge so he can have positive expectancy long term, and that's it.
That's it.
So
Follow your plan.
make sure. Yeah, exactly. So we're here to produce an edge here. We don't even need to take a trade. We just need to produce our edge. And then the results take care of themselves.
There she goes.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yo, silver, another sample size here with no wick.
Yeah.
That
How'd it go?
moved nicely. 15-minute sell with no top wick, but it's a sample size. It went great. TP hit.
Silver pricey. Pricey. How many pizzas did John have to deliver? A lot. A lot.
Yo. Yeah, I made sure I was grinding, bro, every day. Honestly, I need all the capital I can have.
Yeah.
Do I like this? Put me on every day.
I like the celery? I just don't like the 15 with no bottom wick, and then this guy with no
Or
top
top
wick.
wick.
But the celery I do like, but not you know, on the closure of this candle here. Yeah, I mean, we would have got what, like, so stops basically would have been up here, you know, 230, 220. For a TP, that would have been about 60 pips. So
Looks
yeah,
like it was a pretty short-lived move there.
short-lived.
I don't know. We'll see.
Probably wouldn't even have closed. And now I would have been sitting in drawdown with no top wick on this candle and no bottom wick on that one, wondering why did I do that? What was the what was the point? It wasn't part of my plan. Why am I in this trade? So this is a trade, like John says, I'd rather be out wishing I was in than in wishing I was out.
Yup. And you want to get really good at that concept, start to ask yourself before entry, right? Is this trade worth the loss? Because most traders before entry, they're just like, all right, I want this dopamine hit to know I'm in this trade so I know I can make money here today. But again, the pros are thinking, is this trade worth the loss? And that's what's going to keep them out of stupid trades, because they're going to be like, yo, thinking about this stupid trade now, if I lose on it, I'm not going to like that. And that's going to suck, putting that in my journal and thinking about certain reasons why this trade's not even good and why it's not even worth the loss. Like, that's the question you want to ask yourself.
I think we avoided 3 losses today. So we actually probably avoided a good 2 or 3 losses here on the stream where we could have easily just entered, you know, and say, oh, here it is, let's enter. And that happened, I think, 2 or 3 times here today. What do I think about AI doing trades? Some work, some don't. You know, if you're buying it off of some kid on Instagram who's like 20, that probably won't work. But if you're, you know, running with a serious hedge fund or something like that, and they're, you know, using AI or algo trading, I'm sure, you know, that one works pretty well. Just not your just don't buy it from your Instagram dream boy. Blonde, you know how blonde hair, blue eyes, got the Lambo, got the algo. Probably not the best investment. Let's take a look, Marco. Let's see here. Let me open up the trade. All right, let's take a look. So we got what is this? What is this? So 30. What time frame we looking at? 1 hour. Okay, 1 hour here. Okay. 6. Yeah, I think you were just a little overextended. I mean, the buys kind of played themselves out already. You know what I mean? So you already had the big move up from, especially on this, was the 15-minute time frame, already had moved up quite a bit. So in this case, you want like a little pullback and then a nice closure. At the same time, your 4 hour was bearish here, right? So kind of going against that 4 hour candle, although it was flipping bullish and looking like it wanted to go up. At the same time, that previous candle was still bearish for the most part. So yeah, that's probably 2 of the big reasons why this didn't work out. A little overextended, plus going against the 4 hour. Yeah, what's this? The 1 minute. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's the reason why I didn't take the trade. Just simply, you know, not in the best direction there. Yeah, so try not to get into those overextended ideas. When the move has already happened like this on the 15, try and wait. You know, wait to see if you can get a pullback. So like what I would have done is waited for the closure back above. So boom, pullback, closure above, take buys. See how we kind of pulled back, moved up, never actually closed above again, but actually pushed down there. So using that zone would have kept you protected right at 47.15 versus trying to get into like a late buy up there. So yeah, that's what I would say. See you in Asian. All right, Jason. Later, brother. Later.
Thanks, bro.
Lacode's? Yeah. Lacode's still around. He's in the laboratory. Let's just put it like that. Let's put it like that. He'll return shortly. Blonde hair, yeah, Magnus. Magnus like blonde hair, blue eyes. Huh?
Hey, yo.
See what I mean here, gang? Like our entry would have been right here.
Yeah.
And our TP would have been basically right there. Yeah, so I'm all about having big stop losses, but I'm all about like I don't need a 3R, 4R, but I really don't want that either, right? So it's gotta be worth it.
The way we teach this system too, and the way we go over entries, it's like previous candle entry or current candle entry, right? What entry is that? Like, exactly. That doesn't look like a previous.
I mean, it's the 30, you know, the previous 30. So
true.
But
yeah, I guess if you look off the 15.
This trade here, would have been much better, right? If we could have had the candle close below, leave ourselves a wick, wait for a top wick, right? That was like the original plan here, right? Was to have an entry like that. So to settle for this and take it anyway, that's just like newbie stuff right there. New trader stuff right there. There's the codes. There he is. Living in code. What's up, brother?
What up, the codes?
Man, it's working. Spike in range, even bullish. Why take? Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you got to study that structure. Yup. Updates on NQ. I was looking at it over here on my other monitor, but we kind of closed a no bottom wick. I wanted to see if we could potentially get some selling opportunities here, but this candle closed at pretty much no bottom wick. So, yeah. Yeah, believe it or not, I was actually looking at more so the sells today on NQ, which I know is very daring, but hey, we're on a combine. Hey, by the way, notice how even though I was on a combine, notice how I didn't pull any of those dumb trades off? Oh, combine trade.
True, man.
Well, I don't really do that. I still wait for the best opportunities and just size the heck up on them. You know, so even though I was on that, notice how I didn't pull the trigger on like anything that, you know, wasn't still perfect. Wow, look at that. Right back up. Let's see what that 1 hour does. Okay, the bias. So if the lower time frame no, you could still trade that epic. Yeah, you can still trade that. Just you got to have the lower time frame setting up. So as long as that lower time frame is setting up there, you don't need to wait for the higher time frame again, because think about it, that if you wait on the higher time frame again, that could be 4 hours, right? That could be 3 hours. That could even mean you have to wait for the next daily, right? So that could mean a lot. So there's still ways to go against the higher time frame bias, but the main ways to do it, in my opinion, are if like, you know, let's say like a 4 hour candle is bullish, right? But we've kind of tapped target. This is a way that you want to possibly look to go against the bias. Or let's just say you have a new 4 hour candle. It's bullish, but it's struggling to break the high. And then the lower time frames are setting you up. You know what I mean? So for a break of that low, even though the 4 hour is bullish, you can still find some sort of lower time frame confirmation up here, like maybe like a range, right? And then like a celery play that kind of hangs down here, and then you can start executing the sells on the break of that 4 hour low, which typically there'll be a wick or something like that on the lower time frame. So you could still go against it, but you just got to do it at the right times and, you know, for the right reasons. You're broke.
You broke.
NQ's been doing a lot lately.
Yeah, man.
Combine trade, aka just a terrible trade.
Just the most trash.
Hey guys, it was a combine trade, you know. AKA, I know it didn't go with the playbook at all, in any way, shape, or form, you know, but hey, you know, I mean, it was just a combine trade.
Just a combine trade.
That's the same guy who's clapping about the $5,500 payout, but he's already invested $6,000. Yeah, let's go. I'm winning. No, you're actually still down 500. You gotta get another payout now. Just call it a fade. Hey, experience. All right, experience.
It's just a fade.
You sure that's a fade? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Heikinashi
study work.
candles are better. They might be. I don't have a trained eye for them, so I've trained my eyes over the years for these, so that's why these kind of seem better. experience only works. Yeah. Otherwise, you're getting the experience. Exactly. The experience only works if it works out. Otherwise, you'll be getting some experience in that case. I need that Russell Wilson meme real quick. Can someone send it to me? What? He's like, what? My thoughts on Hikanashi. Hikanashi, is that what it's called again? Hikanashi candles? Yeah. Yeah, some people use them. I don't.
Japanese candlesticks, bro.
Yeah, I use the Japanese candlesticks. But yeah, these are good too if you want them. Whatever works, baby. Whatever works. Bruh. Could do that one too, actually. Got smoked with the Hikanashis. Yeah, there was this trader I used to follow that he talked about them. I don't think he really used them too much, but he talked about, using them and all that, but I never actually did that, so. Tried it in options. Yeah, I think most options traders probably use those. Yeah. How many payouts would you consider someone profitable or just lucky? I don't really think it's about payouts. I think it's just about understanding. You know what I mean? Like, the more you understand, right, the more payouts you're gonna get. So it's really about respecting your plans. It's more so like the trader can consider themselves profitable when they just don't deviate from their plan anymore. Like, if you can look back and you go, man, I haven't deviated from my plan once over the last 2 or 3 months. Chances are you probably got some withdrawals. You probably got some payouts during that process, and you can start to look at yourself and say, hey, am I getting lucky, or am I actually applying something that's working? And then you'll notice, right, that you're actually applying things that are working and you're not lucky. You've been putting in the work. You've been earning your stripes. You have a read on the market now, and now nothing or no one can hold you back at that point. So I think it's just about like an awareness of, holy crap, I've been green for last couple weeks and I'm not even getting lucky. It's because I'm following this plan and following this system every day. So yeah, that's pretty much when you start to look around and say, okay, if I keep doing this, chances are I'm going to keep letting that probability play in my favor. At least that's how it went for me. He doesn't play. Oh, there it is. He doesn't go golfing because the golf ball doesn't have a top wick.
Bruh.
I want to do the Russell Wilson one, or Westbrook one, but whatever.
Bruh.
I like that one. I like that though. No top wicks on these golf balls,
Yo, Green, get us the Westbrook meme. Get us it. That'll be fire.
I just heard it in the stream's on in the living room, so I could hear like us talking in the living room. I just heard the bruh. Don't trade it. It's pretty net. Yeah, this is bad. This is not good here. Not good at all. Do you guys like this price action?
No.
Terrible.
I mean, look at the 15-minute. Just look at it. Let's look at it.
You look at this.
Just look at it.
Yeah, well.
Would you look at that?
Yeah, there's a few more blemishes on the car.
Oh my gosh, just look at it.
The car is
Look at
not
it.
perfect.
Just look at it. Just look at it.
Yeah, well.
What the heck is that?
Seriously.
Oh, look at this. You got me running all around the car.
Just look at it. Wow.
Got y'all running around those trading accounts, bro.
Really?
Rafi?
Bro, I saw you guys take an Asian trade. What was that?
Asian was up here. Yeah, we took the sell up here. We had break of the highs, came down, broke the lows, closed below this range over here we were using to the left. And
Nice.
we had a wick to fill. So we had this wick right here to fill. And then full TP was, I don't know where we had it. I think it was somewhere down here. So yeah, it was
Nice,
clean, man. Yeah,
It looked good.
dude, it stalled for a couple minutes once we got in, but then once this candle opened up, made a top wick, we went back and draw down a couple pips. Our entry was somewhere up here around like 71, I think. So went back into drawdown real quick, and then as we started breaking the lows, there was like, I think there was like 8 minutes left on the 1 hour candle. So originally the plan was to go break even at the wick fill, but as this candle kind of came back down, was about to break its lows again, that's when we went break even, because the 1 hour candle was coming up to a close anyway. So we're like, all right, if we break those lows, we should get the push now. And then that 1 hour candle, you know, if it wants to come back, at least we've secured profit. So yeah, that's what we did. Candle came up, made a top wick. As it broke the low, move stops to break even, and then closed partials at the wick fill, and then full TP. I think it was like around 61-ish, somewhere around here.
Damn, that's fire.
Yeah, it was a nice move. Good
Yeah,
move.
it happened
Nice,
early.
great.
We ended it early too.
Yeah, we ended
Pip
at
and
like,
dip there.
bro, we legit pip. We have not pip and dipped in the Asian session in forever. So I say, yo, you guys want to pip and dip? And it was like, brrr, W's. All right, I guess we're going to pip and dip.
Nice, man.
Someone probably came to the stream late, looking like Pablo Escobar meme. Where is everyone? Oh, snap. Who came to the stream late last night? Anyone? Vashon? Damn. Oh, damn. Yeah, you guys are usually early too. Yeah. We just melted. We kept melting the entire age. Like if you would have got a nice pullback on that new hour or 4 hour candle, it would have been nice to catch more sells. But yeah, we just kept dumping. Yeah, it's funny too because the last couple weeks in Asian, we've been staying to like 10:30, 10:15. You know, trying to stay late to put a trade on the board, but yeah, we just happened to get one on the front end of the session.
What time was that? 2:30?
Your time?
Oh no, that's my time. That's
That was
8.
20:30. So 8:30, yeah.
Yeah, 8:30. Yeah, nice, cool.
Yep.
It's like 2:30 my time. That's why I said it.
That's true. Yeah, 2:30 a.m. So that's why Magnus
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
in Asian sesh. It was 2:30 in the morning.
See, that's why. Yeah.
The one time you were late, oh man, Stephen B too.
Always.
Man.
Nah.
I should have waited for
swear,
Stephen B to
always.
start the analysis. What was I thinking? I think we were on a little early too yesterday. We really got like moving around like 8, so we were kind of prepared.
Imagine Stephen B, you showed up, and just like everyone was there waiting for you. Just like, all right, cool, Stephen B's here. We can do this analysis now.
All right, he's finally here. Let's do it. Oh man, I don't like what I'm seeing here. Don't like what I'm seeing.
It's not
Bad position to be in here.
I kind of like the sights better on the golf course, Nick. I don't know.
Me too.
Than this.
Looking a lot
it's
better.
It's kind of chopped now.
I want to see a beautiful sunny sky and.
Bro,
nice
that must be
bunkers and
great.
stuff. Nice green grass.
John's like, I want to look into the woods and find my ball sitting right there on the corner, and that'll be a much better sight than this consolidation here.
Sure, bro.
We haven't been talking about golf too much, since I won the last couple rounds. Like, it's been quiet. Like, no one's been wanting to chat about it or talk about it. Like, what's up with that?
Bro, I think I played like 2 times, bro.
When John was like winning those couple rounds, like, I feel like, you guys kept trying to get the golf talk out of me, man. After I take a couple W's in a row, it's like, no one wants to talk about golf today?
Yeah, bro. It's because this is a trading live stream, bro. So
trading.
Talk about
yes.
trading.
Trading only. That's right.
Until John wins.
Until I win, then we'll talk about golf.
Oh man.
That could be a while then. Could be a while.
Nah, I'm just kidding, bro.
Yeah.
Same.
All right. I think that's it. Who's got some life-changing questions? Anyone got some big, important questions that I can maybe help you out with? If not, I think we're probably going to call this a day. Impulsive sell? Combine trade. Combine trade.
And that's like a combine.
Yeah, Chad, think about it right
You got
now.
an extra combine?
Chad, think about it. Like, if you took no trades today, you can walk away, no harm done to your account, and
True.
someone literally is gonna take an impulse trade and lose. So just think about the difference in a trader you are compared to that other trader. So
Yeah, I think we avoided at least 2 losses
that
here
be?
today as well. So great job at just being a disciplined trader.
yeah.
All right, I think that's it. Let me just double check the clubhouse here. Love you too, Chatty. Love you too, man. I'm green from Asian, so it would be stupid to take something now. Yes. Yeah, same here. Pretty green from Asian Sesh. No need to force anything, especially with this price action in front of us. Does a golf fit make you feel better as a golfer? I feel like any fit, good fit, make you feel better. I'll be wearing a new outfit today, so you know, you might see something nice out of me. All right, cool. Same. All right, Rashid.
Cool, man. Fire.
Cool, Rich. See you later, brother. All right, YouTube, I think we're good. Why don't you like sells? I do like them. If you could probably close back below this range now or get some sort of a clean resistance up here. So just a quick little game plan before we head out. I think the range is still decent if you come back up and then get some sort of closure back below. It's not bad, but like you want to take your sells from here. Not really here, not really here, and especially not here, right? So if you can get a nice little pullback, that'll probably be your best selling opportunity. I'll be honest, the market condition right now is really not good for trading. So maybe just be patient and stay out and wait for the next set of volume, whether that be, you know, later on the New York session or maybe even in Asian session tonight. So, all right. That's it, my friends. If you guys want to come trade Asian with us and hang out in Asian, join the clubhouse. All you got to do is hit !clubhouse. Links in the description. Like the stream on the way out. Sub to the channel if you can. And it's been a pleasure being here with you all today. Hopefully, we have said something that helped you in some way, shape, or form. And that's a wrap on the day. Johnny Gems, Rafi,
Yes,
Magnus, great
Thank
to
you
see
for
you all.
having us, my brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having us here.
Right
course.
talk,
man.
usual.
Of course.
Hope you
I'll
guys
see
have
you
a
guys on the next one.
Asian, London, come up.
Adios. Amigo.
8000 EST.
Asian up next. No hat trick today. Maybe we get it tomorrow. All right. Love y'all. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys in the next stream. Peace.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Hey. I need peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above. I need peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above. I want my dog. Ay, birds of a feather, we gon' fly together. Ay, we gon' rock forever like it's heavy metal. I ain't Christopher Columbus, I would never settle. I ain't Lewis, I ain't Clark, I would never settle. God told me I'm Olympic, for real. Ay, seek the kingdom while you simping, for real. Why you talking, you should listen, for real. All this jaywalking got me limping, for real. Hey, jaywalking. Hey, Jesus walking, hey, Jesus talking. Yo, big faith, yeah, I need a whole lot of on that way, where I'm about to go like amigo. Can't see the vision that you can't be me amigos. I call up my girl and then we pull up to the Rego. That's the only time we pay to see you acting way different. Way different. Same book, but the page different. The page different. Is it cliche to say I'm lane switching? Well, I'm lane switching. Hold on, let me put my turner signal on. So they see me coming, they still can't see me coming. Only 2 things that I need is peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above. I need peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from up. They like, how he, who he, what is this? Hey, my studio is wherever I sit. Hey, I plug in the microphone and then you hear that click. Click, 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 click. It's a hit. Hey, way it hit them like, whoa, man. Hey, make them do the uh-oh, man. Hey, how you just came up with whoa, man. Flow electric, this is not a slow dance. Not a slow dance. We come together and we pray and hold hands. He give grace, so wherever grace lands. He paid the price, ain't have no escape plan. Yeah, no plan. Yeah, no plan. Actually, his plan was the plan, so he planned it. Ayy, set the bar high, he the code, so I scanned it. Ayy, we saving souls on the campus. Ayy, but this ain't no religion, we ain't following your antics. Ayy, thank you you, Lord, I should like a praying mantis. Enemy just tryna see me sink Titanic. Never out, but I'm outlanded. Even when I'm out, soon as I land. Back to the beach, back to the sand. Is back to the only two things that I need is peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above. I need peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above.
Rocky, hear your father, turn your cheek, don't fight. I'm rapping my tail off, I'm shipping the mail off. I'm getting my prayers off, taking my hands off. I wake in the morning and get out the box like Kellogg's. So much from day to day, feel like a featherweight, gave it to God to take care of. Hey, few, I let go, let God. Let me go catch my red eye. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
I am KB, that there 1K, tell them twin identical. Pride on minimal life behind these thoughts, my album criminal. I can't do subliminals, what you think is not this critical. Watch out, it'll go. Christ gon' trump your candidate body in this political. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I go petro, metro, retro, then I escrow my residuals. It's too formidable, them golden idols pitiful. I'm burning calves like ellipticals, this is typical. Keep it minimal, teach you how to boy. I'm out here giving clinicals. Go hard as bicentennial, nothing mythical, need no rituals. Grace of God is on continual, my boy.
Rain on me, Lord, help me grow. Rain on me, clean my spirit, feed my soul. I'm pouring spirit, so he use me like I'm chump change. Ain't pouring spirits, he flow through me, he just pouring rain. Lay my chains in that water, hit that blue grave. Heard your voice in Memphis, how my oldest got his name. Hey, hey, Father, take me back. Psalms 1 in the morning, meditating fast. Hey, you don't know what you driving, but got something fast. See my brother's life change when that whip crash. I got whiplash, where the spirit got my head turning. Time to pick trash. If I wanna serve, I Jesus serve him. It's a flash when he coming back. What's your purpose? It's a mismatch, turn the earth flat. Kyrie Irving. Rain on me, rain on me, Lord, help me grow. Rain on me, clean my spirit, feed my soul. Rain on me, Lord, help me grow. Rain on me, clean my spirit,
in the past. And you making it last. Better with you, I was living on glass. No going back, I never thought I'd make it without. I took the same watch out. Like, what is we talking about? Chillin' with God and he working it out. Do for you, I can't do for clout. The message stressing me out. Like, what? I know we lit, we up, following God.